guys! You guys! It's happening! You know, yesterday when I was streaming and I was like, my voice hurts and I can't sing anymore. And then I couldn't give a good example. Today I can. Today I can. Ready? Ready? Hello, the girl who let Pikmin die. I don't appreciate that title. I would prefer you acknowledge me for sending them to their deaths, having an active role. I'm the hand of God that pushes them towards the brink. What the heck is the screen? Oh yeah, that's right. You guys were talking about wonder whatever happened to that old screen. You think that race car that actually watched in the old animation ever got clean? Or they just dumped it somewhere? It just got reskinned into the Aston Martin, duh. But yeah, this is an old starting screen. I really like it still. I think it like perfectly gets across like we're about to get started. Honestly, I still want to use it. But there's only like a few opportunities to use like loading screens. There's like only the opening and the BRB and then the ending and I've never changed my ending one though. Excuse me, I orbed. Oh no, wait. Okay, I can't start just yet. I forgot my water in the other room and I need it. Where's the old one? I just leave all these in the same thing in OBS. Like I paint over them. I give them the landlord special. They're literally all here. They're all here and they're all on. Let's see. Is it this? The old one. Jesus. Old. I don't know how long I had this in rotation. I think like a year. All the picker that are like, oh, this one. And it like, I mean like, oh yeah, I know this one. Except you only joined the pit crew within the past like year to 6 months. It's so like, you haven't been watching my VODs, haven't you? You've been watching my VODs, haven't you? Don't watch those. At least not that far back. Not if you open a VOD and this screen shows, click off. You're in for a rough time. Just click off. Actually, wait. Oh yeah, this is the oldest, yeah. And then it goes that. I see, yeah. Oh wait, what's this? Start screen 2. I wonder why I have 2 of these in my OBS. Wait, how far back is okay? I think I'll accept the previous opening, but the very first one, just click off. Just click off. Imagine you delete your old OBS sources and your PC runs 10 times faster. It could be worse. I have some friends that like, well, I guess mine is pretty bad now that I look at it. I have gaming 2, chatting alt overlay mirrored from like a gimmick. I have Nutcracker stuff. I have Christmas parties, Snowflake Ball. That was my 6-month anniversary stream. Desert Bus. I have a Beat Saber scene. I have Doc Martin. Okay, so these are... I have an Apex scene. I have an Apex scene. Literally never seen the light of day a singular time. Media share. Driving. Oh, that was also for an anniversary thing. That was when we went to go to McDonald's. It was like a roleplay McDonald's in the car stream. And then it's all my normal ones like gaming, chatting. Oh, the old chatting and gaming. Then VR chat, then karaoke, then full screen gaming, then ID panel gaming, then chatting desk, then cleaning, then racing, then gaming all overlay, then flashbang, then gummy debut. Okay, yeah, I have like a ton of scenes. This is all fucking bloatware. It's funny to think about how the PS1 BRB wasn't a full screen thing. It was just a GIF that you'd actually move around the screen sometimes. Well, yeah. I guess I could show those too. But I've only ever had this one stinger. It really gets the job done. It used to be really fucking loud though. It used to it used to blow speakers out for like 6 months. Let's see. What else is here? Alright, this. Oh yeah, this was an old BRB. It wasn't on this black screen though. Let's see. Oh yeah, it was on this, I think. It was like this. There we go. Very big tooth. Very. And then the PS1 one is this one. And I would put up like... Oh yeah, my old BGM! This was... People did not like this BGM. This was overhated. There's a lot of blank space on this one. You look like you got one repeating voice line that prompts the yes or no. What? Not even 20 questions? Please, just a little bit more computational power. Please, oh please, oh please. Alright, turn the shit off. Turn it off, turn it off. Where was this? Dumpster disco. And boom. Okay. How can you deny the iconography of this BRB screen? It's so good, and it's the perfect segue into like the Chilla Races overlay also. I like this BGM, it just has a time limit of enjoyment. Yeah, sometimes I would put that BRB screen up while getting ready for VR chat, and then my VR chat would... My VR was like really finicky the first like 6 months I had it, because it was very dependent on how you connected the trackers to my computer. And so that screen would play for like 30 to 40 minutes. Like a long ass time, like way too long. Alright. But speaking of fun old assets, that was such a good segue. Because I decided earlier today that we would take a seat at my desk. When you ordered this BGM, what did you request? That was either a BGM that I ordered on Skeb or that I just got off of Dova Syndrome. This is an old, not super old, but older asset. And I don't ever use it because I commissioned the desk asset and then I forgot to commission a background. I forgot to commission a background, so yeah, I decided, you know, it would be cozy. Tell me if the rain is too loud also. It would be like cozy and fun and keeping it casual if we just sat at the desk today. Logging on to my GeoCities page. Oh no, why is the chill in the jar? What are you doing, Tim? I guess this isn't so old because I made this chill a jar asset when the plushie campaign was going, so I guess I have used this in recent history. Oh wait, actually though, this is a real artifact. This was when the first Plushton. And don't let the scale fool you. This thing, Plushton's fucking huge. Plushton's head is ginormous. Honestly, I feel like you could put a brick in Plushton and carry it around. Everyone would go like, oh, he's so cute. And you could use it for self-defense. And then the head wouldn't like deform at all. Throwback 3 years ago. 3 years ago? Is it already 3 years ago? I guess it is. Wait, is it? 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Hello, Asher Martin Racing VTuber. How are you doing this fine evening? I hope you are feeling swell, energetic, and optimistic. I am. I'm feeling good. Well, I feel swell, but optimistic is another thing because I have no idea what I want to do today. I just decided I wanted to stream. So I was supposed to play Mungie with the typical Mungie Monday crew, but it was sort of like not confirmed. I mean, it was like half confirmed, and then today Gibi was like, we gotta postpone, and so I was like, well shit, I don't know what else I was gonna do, because I was gonna play Mungie with the Mungie crew, and then I was gonna play Pikmin 2 afterwards, but now it's like, I don't know, world is my oyster. Mungie Monday on a Thursday? Okay, well, it wasn't gonna be Mungie Monday, and we were just going to play Mungie, but I think it actually might get postponed to... The reason why it's not a Mungie Monday is because Alvarad wasn't hosting. Alvarad was gonna be a part of it, but it was Gibi that wanted to play Mungie. So on a technicality, it's technically not Mungie Monday, but I think it might get postponed to Monday. So instead of Metal Gear Monday, we'll have Mungie Monday, and then I'll play Metal Gear again another time. I considered Metal Gear tonight, but I didn't feel like making a fool of myself about my lack of knowledge on historical events. I feel like I have to be in like I have to be in a specific mood. I gotta rev myself up for Metal Gear. But yes, I'm in like sort of like not like a dreary mood, but in a rainy mood, like calm and peaceful, but also a little dreary, but in like a positive way, if there is a positive way to spin that. You guys know what I mean? Where it's like you can't do anything because the rain is coming down, but it's also nice, you know, serene. See, I think peaceful and serene sort of like giving me the image of like a glum but not unpleasant. Yeah, they're sort of giving me the image too of like a Zen garden where it's like green and beautiful and quiet and calm, but it's like there's a bit of chaos to rain, but it's also cleansing. A melancholy. And it makes you feel like you gotta hunker down, like, well, it's raining, can't go anywhere. Although I did go somewhere today, which is what I was doing before my stream. I was out and about, and I trekked all the way to my P.O. box. Oh wait, actually, let me see if I can, before I get to the P.O. box, let me see if I can, let the rain fall down, and let me wash away. That's what I was talking about. I was coughing a lot today. I was coughing a lot more the past today than the past couple days. Just because I think my allergies were worse yesterday, and so I had this like heaviness in my chest, and today my voice is a bit kunky. That does sound rough. Yeah, so imagine my terror last week after I'd been coughing for like 2 weeks straight. I was like, I can't hit any notes. I can't even like do a high pitched voice now. My voice is cracking. Excuse me. I can't hit any notes. My voice is gonna be broken forever. But no, I really just have to like stop coughing. I have to stop coughing. But yes, I did wreck my vocal cords. So now you can understand what it was that I was referencing yesterday. Just rest, but I wanna stream a little. What's wrong with that? I've got updates for you guys. An update in the form of I went to my P.O. box today. I trekked in the rain, although it was just a light drizzle for most of it. I trekked to my P.O. box and I picked up some old packages that Picker have been bugging me about. Excuse me. That Picker have been bugging me about for a couple months now, and it was And I just felt so like sappy poo-poo because the packages were so nice. And not just because I love presents, not because I love gifts, which is true. I do love, I love shiny thing. I love material item. Ashley Martin, your boy lit as fuck. Get home safe because I think it's probably still raining. You don't want to slip and fall somewhere. Or if you do, take a moment and relish in the rain dripping on your face. Do you have a comically large plushie stuffed inside your P.O. box that sprung out and hit you? No, but I did have a very, very large package from a certain pit crew. But I'm going to go in order of opening them. And I hope that the pit crew who sent them are here. They might not be, actually. Well, actually, I see one. Maybe the other hasn't trickled in, but there's 3 packages. Unfortunately, there's a missing... Loki has been bugging me to go to my P.O. box literally since Valentine's Day because he sent a Valentine's Day package and I've been like, oh god, and I went today, it's not there. So, on a technicality, it does say they'll throw out packages that have been there for longer than 2 weeks. Now, I have never known that to be true. I've never known that to be the case. I have not had that experience. So I don't think that's what happened. What usually happens is I'll go to my P.O. box. I have 3 huge packages. And then they go in the back. They take my little P.O. box slip. They go in the back. They see the huge packages and they're like, what the fuck? And they pull those down and they give it to me. And at that point, I have no more space in my big bag that I used to lug my package home. So I don't have the courage to be like, is there anything else? Is there anything else? And the time that I have been like, is there anything else? They're like, yes. You think you can do your job better than me? And it's like, oh my god, I didn't mean to be hostile about it. I just know that there's something back there. And then, lo and behold, the next time I go to the post office, it's like legitimately a dice roll whether or not you'll get like a nice postal worker. And I love postal workers when they're nice. Actually, I like them in general because they provide an incredibly important job to the United States. Sorry, I'm coughing. It's not like a cough. It's just like a chest spasm. But anyway, there have been times where I've gone to the P.O. box and been like, is there anything back there? And they go like, no! And then I come back next time and then they're like, hey, there actually was this old package back there for you. And it's like a 4-month-old package that I didn't pick up the last time I was there because they just gave up. But yeah, whenever there's like a large amount of packages, sometimes they'll just pull out 3 and be like, I'm not gonna look for any more. So I think next time I go, there is a strong possibility that I'll be able to pick up that package. And even if I did get it today, I wouldn't have been able to bring it home because I did get an incredibly comically large package from Miss Aria. And I'll go in order of opening them, however. But luckily today there was an incredibly nice lady there today. And the package was so big that it fit in my entire bag. So I didn't have another bag for the extra packages that I got from Astrum Shenanigans and Alexander Money. And so she gave me like a USPS bag. I didn't even realize they have those. They've never offered those to me before. They've never offered that as a possibility for me. So I managed to lug them all home safely. And I decided to take the long way today. And I took the bus. And while waiting for the bus, I waited underneath a tree. And the rain picked up. But it didn't pick up enough to like... get me wet through the leaves. You know, the ground around me was all dry, but then beyond the leaf line rather, it was all wet and it was like so peaceful. And I was only waiting for the bus, and the bus took 15 minutes to get there, and it was a little brisk, but not too cold and also not too hot. It was like a really good temperature to be lugging stuff around in, because any hotter and I'd probably be sweating, and any colder and I would be like too cold. And it just felt like, I don't know, sort of meditative perhaps. And so I got some stuff from my P.O. box, which has been there for a little bit, and I started with the Astrum Shenanigans package. I lied. There was actually 4 packages. 2 from Astrum Shenanigans, 1 from Alexander Money, and then another from Miss Aria. I'll be sending a package soon. I hope it doesn't get stuck at USPS limbo. I know that I say this every time. I am gonna go back again pretty soon, so keep me updated. And I do have the package tracker thing on my email now too, so I can tell when stuff gets sent. So I'll keep an eye out for that as well. Is this gonna be a hand cam? No, I'm just gonna describe it. Excuse me, I have to cough. Ah. Yes, reflective. A different part of your brain was activated. Yeah, and I was trying not to go on my phone either, so I was a little understimulated and like, I don't know. I was stimming at the bus stop and it felt so good. It feels so good to stim until my brain goes like, ah, you're in public. And then I like freeze. And then after that, it's like, sometimes I'll still like flappy arms a little. Sometimes I'll still flappy arm a little. But then I'm like conscious of it. I'm like, now I'm actively flapping my arms. But yes, I was like, what a beautiful day, bob back and forth. T-Rex arming. And part of it too is I had been holding the bag, so my hands were like kind of tight. You know, like when you hold something, when you hold grocery bags for a super long time. The lone autistic girl at the bus stop. But it was like, not to be like a freak, but it was like low-key euphoric to be like under the tree while it was raining and staying dry and listening to the sound of the rain and it being like so solitary, and then also flapping my arms. I imagine it must have looked insane, but that's the thing. I need to like get out of my head like that. Like I should just bob and flap my arms however I want. But it felt so good. Anyway, I got 2 packages from Astro Shenanigans. And I guess it wasn't technically bobbing. I was just sort of like swaying, imagining music in my head. Government summons different peace, right? What a society. She's so jolly filled. I do feel rather jolly today. I do. This stream is awesome so far. Why is it awesome? What makes it so different than usual? It is a nice change of pace. But yeah, that's why I decided to pull out the desk today. Just for a nice change of pace and to listen to the rain. Hopefully you can hear it over my BGM. I know that my BGM doesn't really fit with rain, huh? You know, I have another BGM that might be good. When you forget headphones at the gym and need to lock the fuck in. Like, I'm really lucky. Now, is it a struggle to unlock this part of my brain when it happens? Like, absolutely. Like, if I look in my purse and I'm on an airplane and I go, oh my fucking god, I don't have my headphones, I'm like, ah! But then it's like, when push comes to shove, once I'm like put under pressure and I like really have to lock in, like I'm fully seated in the theater of my mind, straight up. Like thank God for my incredibly powerful imagination, because like straight up, if I was obsessed with any movie, see, I was only ever watching anime as a kid, and I was never obsessed with one specific thing to watch it over and over. But you know, there's that one post online of the person who was obsessed with Shrek, and so they'd watch it over and over to the point where they had the entire movie memorized, and then their mom would like come into their room at night and be like, stop watching Shrek in your head, because she could like tell that instead of like going to sleep they're imagining Shrek. Like, I have the capacity. Sometimes I'll just like I'll reread books in my head. I'll rewatch movies, of course a little abbreviated if I can't remember exactly everything, but it's like, it kind of is awesome to stimulate your brain. It feels so good to give myself brain massages. That's how I feel when I'm like doing the crossword puzzle. It's a little bit of a slow start, because sometimes it can be kind of like what's so about this? That's so fucking dirty. That's also how I felt about like, where's the Pikmins? Am I under the excuse me, am I under Pikmin and on YouTube? I shouldn't be. No, I'm not under Pikmin. Ah, you guys can see my YouTube. No, I'm under entertainment. Although the title does say Pikmin, but unfortunately you came like an hour too early, Captain Olimar, on YouTube chat because I am still mid-yap. Yeah, I'm still letting my yap rip, okay? Not gonna lie, I can totally do that with Shrek too. Cause like honestly, if I close my eyes and I like really get in the zone, I can also do that with Shrek. I've been wanting to rewatch Shrek for so long. I've just never sat down because I want to rewatch multiple movies, you know? The real Olimar be like, where's the Pikmin? Actually, the real Olimar be like, I miss my wife and my child. I'm willing to use these Pikmin as cannon fodder to get home as soon as possible. To see the smiling face of my beautiful wife. Also, does he have a son or a daughter? I don't remember. I don't need my wife. I need my kids. Huh? Ooh. Interesting priorities. I don't like the way that this is going. Oh, he has two. I think he low-key hates his wife. Wait, she does send this kind of like tone-deaf like, ooh, I heard that you got a promotion at work. My wife spends all my money. Wait, that better not be a spoiler where it's like you pay off all the debts and then you get home. And then your wife is like, hey, actually, we're broke. Actually, I'm in debt now. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, I got off topic. Wait a second, my glasses toggle isn't working? Who the hell tried to toggle my glasses on like 20 minutes ago? There we go. I'll do it for you. Pet machine broken too? What? I have the machine up and running. I hear it whirring. I hear it whirring and clanging in the background. I like to call it the head pet machine because it makes me think it's like some Dr. Seuss invention. Like the Cat in the Hat's operating it like just barely off screen. Oh my. Do you really get frightened by thunder? Me? If Google Voice is broken forever, I smashed it with a hammer. Good. Rest in peace. I don't know, kind of depends. Oh wait, my mom is calling me. Hello? Oh, okay. I can come out. Bye. 1 second. She is here actually. Maybe I can con her into coming in here. She's here! She's here! I guess I don't need my headphones. Hello! Hey, pet crew! Wait, tell them... Get closer. Tell them about the idea you had for me to do on stream. Do you remember?
No.
Sewing?
Sewing. What are you gonna sew?
You don't remember? The apron.
Oh yeah. Yes. She needs an apron.
What would it look like? Pink, purple, both.
Both. Maybe some checkered.
Yeah.
Something. Maybe checkered straps.
Yes.
Checkered belt.
Yes.
Maybe even checkered pockets.
Yeah.
Or is that too much? Too much checkered?
No. But there's other patterns. We can make it like as garish as possible. But yeah.
I think that would be cool.
Tell us more with a heart pocket.
Oh, I like the heart pocket.
Yeah. Someone said, "Oh no, she sounds hot." This is what always happens. Mama. Okay, thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Enjoy. I put the food on the counter.
See, I I hot muted. My Mama Martin has left the building. I didn't know you had a mother. Yes, I do. I'm surprised considering how much I complain about her. Mostly in this like vague like moms, am I right kind of way. I'm surprised she didn't go. Ugh, the pressure, the air, the barometric pressure is making my headache. You sound just like your mom, same inflections and everything. do I really? You know what was funny too? I made that post where it was like you could tell you're becoming like your mom or specifically like I'm my mom because I have a box of salmon that I bought at Pike Place like years ago that's expired, and I pulled it out of my cabinet because I was gonna throw it away. I was gonna take initiative and throw it away. And she came over and she was like, I think that's probably still good. I'm throwing it away. I'm throwing it away. She's usually not this talkative, but this time I totally hear it. It's because I prompted her. She's really awkward. What's funny too is that she'll do a telephone voice and be like, "Hi, Pickeroo." It's like a high-pitched voice. But yeah, the other day, when my sister and my mom came over and they were like, "Cook for us," and held me at gunpoint, I changed it into like an old t-shirt that I didn't mind getting splattered with oil. And then she was like, "You know what would be a good idea? If you make an apron." And I thought she was talking about like merch, and I was like, I actually think that'd be a really good idea. Like, I think people in my pit crew would enjoy merchandise that was like Ashen themed. An apron that was Ashen themed. And she was like, "Yeah, and then you can like get all the fabric and sew it on stream." And I was like, "Oh, like I'm hand making all of them." Oh. Sounds like people talk to pets. Yeah. I would easily confuse your voices. Really? Really? We sound that similar? That's true. The last time she spoke on my stream, it was during my Donothon. Would it say VTuber across their chest like your outfit, or would it say pit crew? It would say chef. Or baker. Because then your job title would change if you're in the kitchen. Be chef. But what a nice little aside. But yes, I don't know if you guys heard before I ended up muting. I was worried that she was gonna like, you know, like say like the entire layout of my apartment, visualize the blueprints, talk about my exact my exact location, IP address, latitude and longitude, and Kiss the Pit Crew. Yeah, why did she visit? My sister went to a like a doctor appointment or something, and she toted her around for it. And then also went to the grocery store. Of course, took the opportunity to be like, can you go to the grocery store? And so my mom brought me some garbanzo beans because when I made them food the other week, they ate both cans of my garbanzo beans. And so... they're like the only beans I like. I want to get more into beans because beans are good for you. I'm trying to eat better. But I don't know. Yeah, I have to replenish the beans. That's like one of my easy meals to make. It's where you pour out the beans into a strainer and then you wash all the... Oh god. What's like the bean water called? It's got like a specific name. Have you ever had them freshly cooked from dry? They're so much better than canned, but time consuming. No, never. As long as it's not lentil, right? I don't know. Have I talked about that before? Aquafaba, yes. You have to wash off the aquafaba and then you fry them in oil and they pop like popcorn, sort of. It's awesome and they're so crunchy. I want to deep fry, although I guess that kind of like circumvents the whole reason that I'm eating the garbanzo beans, because they're like good for you if you deep fry them. But they'd be like so crunchy. Ooh. Soaked overnight is best from dry ones. Wait, so freshly cooked from dry? Better than canned, but time consuming. I guess that's what you mean by time consuming, because you have to soak them. But no, I've never. I've never had boiled peanuts either, but I never really liked the idea of beans as a kid. Also, Buddha House, thank you for resubscribing and saying a sponsor. And Rayjaggy, I'm sorry I missed that earlier. Thank you for resubscribing and saying a sponsor. I never liked the idea of beans as a kid because I equated them, because they're hard, you know, and like those dried bean packs. I equated them with nuts, and I still don't really like nuts. I like cashews, and then those like brown sugar almonds. Oh, and I guess I like, well, that's a bean. Sorry, I was going to talk about beans. Like, I'm equating nuts and beans in my head again. They're just so similar, even though they probably aren't at all, honestly. But then I remember the first time I had beans was at, like, Chipotle or something. And I was like, what the hell? These aren't, like, crunchy. These are, like, soft and, like, nice. Peanuts are beans, actually. What? Peanuts are nuts. They're legumes like beans. Wait, so are boiled peanuts good, then? In the South, we boil them and they taste like boiled pinto beans. Huh. I actually did not know that. No, I don't really love nuts. They're just so crunchy. I like crunchy french fries, but I don't like crunchy nuts. Well, unless it's a sugary almond. And cashews are so like buttery. But I do really like beans now, and I want to expand my bean palette. I also really like azuki. That's how you know that I'm like really in the trenches with that weeb shit, because I like the taste of I like both smooth and chunky red bean paste. If your beans are crunchy in any way, they're undercooked. Exactly. But in my mind, because like they came so hard from the store, I equated them to nuts. And so I didn't want to eat them. But then when I had beans for the first time and they were like so nice and soft, and I refrained from eating refried beans my entire life, but apparently those are really good, although those aren't good for you. I was talking about beans that are good for you, like garbanzo and whatnot, chickpea. But doesn't refried have lard in it? Lard. I just can't get over the fact that it's a lard. Hello everybody, hello. Beans are one of my main source of protein, bro. That's why I'm trying to spec in the beans. I need to be eating more protein. I'm heavy on... Well, I guess I don't need to eat more protein, admittedly. Because I mostly eat carbs and meat. I probably need more... Wait, do beans count as like a vegetable though? Do they count as fiber? Good source of fiber! Yes! Yes! I like actually fist bumped in real life. Yes! Okay, good. We're the clear. We're the clear. Yes, I'm beginning my beans era. Not just black beans in my Chipotle bowl. And they're good for the heart, really? You should try sprouting your beans just like you should activate your almonds. Also, I don't find them to cause any extra amount of farting than typical, okay? What is that from? Is it from like Flapjack? Beans, the magical fruit? Something that make you toot? Green beans? Ooh, I hate green beans. Ugh. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have like... My parents always said like I have champagne taste, beer budget. Like, I don't like broccoli or carrots. I don't like any typical, like, kid vegetables, but I like Brussels sprouts. I like Brussels sprouts a lot. Way older than that? That's been around for like 100 years? No way! The more that you eat, the more that you... Yeah, that's it, that's it. You make me so hungry, but it's 11 p.m. You guys gotta give me bean recipes. Maybe carrots are sweet, though. That is so you. I can't help it. And you know why, though? It's probably because... Like, the kiddie vegetables, me disliking them is like a holdover from when I was a kid and was forced to eat the vegetables. Meanwhile, I wasn't ever forced to eat Brussels sprouts as a kid. I only ever had them, like, charred as an adult. Oh, you guys know what I want to try so bad? Basically, I only ever had them charred as an adult, so my adult brain can, like, appreciate them for what they are right now. Whereas when I eat a carrot, I'm like... Ugh. You know what I really want to try? I've been seeing on Asian social media recently. Charred cabbage. Ooh. Charred cabbage. Jackfruit? Is jackfruit stinky? Or is that a different one? I like chili. It's mainly just beans and beef. Yeah. Oh wait, this is actually crazy. That's the reason why I only ever had beans for the first time in my Chipotle burrito bowl, because Mama Martin doesn't like beans and chili. Which now that I'm like a bean lover, I'm like, that's fucked up. my chili better have beans in it. That's super fucked up. So I spent a lot of my childhood, most of my childhood, all of my childhood actually, now that I think about it, just never eating beans in my chili. Never. It's kind of stinky, but not as much as durian. Oh, durian. Yes, yes, yes. No, actually, that's the thing. Southern purists will say beans don't belong in chili. I just disagree. My mom used to make chili with only beans. Basically boiled beans. Oh, wait. Isn't there like a bean candy? How do they do that? There's like a sweet bean? Is it like how almonds are, like the almonds that you get at the Kris Kringle market? Boston beans? No beans and chili is a very specifically Texas thing. I completely disagree with it. It is at odds with my nature now. Yeah, Boston baked beans are sugar-covered peanuts, which are technically beans. Boston bean candy contain no beans. That's not true because peanut legume. Whoa. Whoa. Anyway, we are on a bean tangent, a crazy bean tangent. But I want to get back to the story that I was telling previously, which was, did my mom and I really sound like... Wait, I actually want to go back to this real quick. You didn't have a sweet bean jelly bar? Oh wait, that's right. I forgot about red bean. Red bean sweet. Texas is constantly wrong with their food. Shut your bitch ass up, in and out, boy. Ooh, kind of actually got you there, to be honest. Actually, I was too inebriated to actually read you guys' comments about it. But was there any dissent among the pit crew when I was shitting on In-N-Out fries when I was drinking last week? Because I feel very, very strongly about that. In-N-Out is amazing. I'm sure the burger is amazing. I honestly Haven't ever had one. But the fries are so bad. The fries are so bad. Screw shoestring fries. No, shoestring fries are the best, but In-N-Out does not have those. They're disgusting. Ooh, cracking me back. But yes, I'm still thinking about the comment that my mom and I sound like. You two sound like a lot. Your voice seems a little more nasal, though. It is. It is more nasal. See, you know, I've talked about this before, where like, when I was a kid, I thought all adults sounded like so adult. Like, I didn't meet a single adult that where I was like, they have like a kiddie sounding voice. And now that I'm an adult, sometimes I'll hear other adults and it's like, you legitimately sound fucking 15. And I can't put my finger on why. But then I'm wondering, like, is this just like a trick of the mind? Or are people sounding different now? Do you guys know what I mean by this? But anyway, I'm talking about this because to me, my mom sounds like an adult. Like, my mom is like an adult sounding voice. She has like a smooth timbre, in my opinion. Probably generational accents. Because yeah, I wonder, like, do Gen Alpha hear some of these teachers talk and think like you sound like a child? She sounds like you, so that means you have an adult voice. You really think, you think that? Actually, probably. Because I was under the impression until I started streaming that I had the voice of like a 12-year-old boy. Like, there was on the occasional time that I would go in VC on video games online. Now put that in my head. Please, I don't need that in my head. But that means that you kind of agree. Do I really sound like a 12-year-old boy? Who told you that, since you've been mentioning this forever? I used to get accosted in video games for being a little boy. You're the only person that uses the word timbre besides me, for real. I think it's pretty common in like vocal choral world and stuff. I think Ashton sounds like Ashton. Not that Gen Alpha thinking I sound like a child. Oh. Oh no, she sounds hot. Is it weird to say? I feel like everybody has this feeling though. Like, I have always had like a certain pride in... She's texting me. Anyway, I've always had a certain pride in... This might be weird actually, now that I'm saying, in the fact that like, I think my mom is very pretty. Like, I think my mom is a pretty mom. I've always been like, heh. I bet everyone's jealous of my pretty mom. You sound like you're the roller rodent race queen with a bang boom body. I know, that's right. That's what's up. Hot mom is canon. To me, I think my mom is beautiful, but I hope that all you guys think your mom is incredibly beautiful and talented and amazing. Have you ever told her this? Yes. Yes. And I know that it's like toxic to put it this way, but please understand where I'm coming from here. I definitely had the thought, like in high school, especially at like PTA events or something. I know, I guess, or I had PTA events or something. I definitely had the thought many times where I was like, I think my mom is the prettiest mom. And I know it's not okay to compare, okay? Yeah, I just feel like my mom mogs other moms. The only problem is that she isn't very fashionable. She definitely dresses like a mom. I think that's the funniest thing. It kind of got a taste of you hyping her up earlier, yeah. I don't know, maybe someday I'll only wear hiking sandals everywhere. What's the brand? It's at like REI or something, or like Dick's Sporting Goods. Yeah, she nerfing herself. Tava? No. Tava's too new blood. Birkenstocks? She does love a good Birkenstock. It's oh, Like keens? Do you guys know what that is? A keen sandal? A keen? She has like 7 fucking pairs of keen sandals. They're just like dorky. They're just very dorky. What does a keen look like? Keen shoe. Dorky, that's what they look like. Oh my god, yes! Yes. Here. Copy image address. They're so ugly! They're so ugly! That's such a dad shoe. I know. She got that shit on, and for no reason. Sock with sandal fit every time. Yep. My grandparents love these. Oh, Mama Martin. Oh, Mama. Drive safe. She's ready to hike at a moment's notice. And you know what the worst part is? She doesn't like hiking. I know, she just wants to be comfy. She doesn't like hiking. She likes to, like, I guess, like, bike. She's relatively active, but it's like, you're not even using them for the exact use that they're for. I started wearing sandals like that last year, and I liked it enough to buy a second pair. It's happening, A-Sharkle! It's happening to you! It's happening to you. Imagine an outdoorsy Ashton, truly so cool. I feel like that's like sort of backhanded. No? I feel like that's like low-key a little backhanded, because it's like... Because like... If I was an outdoorsy Ashton, I couldn't be a fucking streamer. She's outdoorsy for the wrong reasons. No. I'm saying... Also, I mean, bro, the Arctic's coat not even scaling a glacier. I mean, okay, you're making it incredibly extreme, but you're sort of on what I'm talking about. Like, some people who have, like, Canada Goose jackets, but live in, like, tepid temperatures, like, the temperature never gets below 30 degrees. It's like, you don't need that fucking jacket, man. Excuse me. Sure, you can IRL streamer. You could be a vlogger. Ooh, actually, speaking of vlogs, and then I'll get to then I'll get to the PO box. I'm sorry. Speaking of vlogs, actually, I'm trying to go to Japan again this year, and I just stumbled across this YouTube video because I get a lot of YouTube cooking shorts because, again, I'm turning into my mom, and I also get a lot of Japanese videos too, and of course they intersect, and I get a lot of Japanese cooking videos. And I got a video about this salted, cured salmon. Alright, we're doing the P.O. box. I'm just chatting about it. I'm just gonna like thank the people and give like an abbreviated summary of what I got and stuff. But anyway, I'll get to it. I got a video about this like traditional way of preparing and salting salmon and then aging it and how it cures, and it's a specific delicacy of this place in Japan called Murakami. And it's on the inland side of Japan, so it's on the Sea of Japan side of Japan. On the northern side, it's like 3 hours from Tokyo. And I was looking at it. Apparently the whole town is known for salmon because salmon will travel in the fall and winter upstream, and then there's a bunch of local fishermen that catch them and then they prepare them, and you can go to like local, it's a specific, unique to the area type of preparation. I'm talking too much, I had to cough. And you can go there, and then there's restaurants that serve the traditional salmon the traditional way. Like, you don't have to, you know, because sometimes it's like to get a home cooked meal, you have to like be in a home. But there are those like shokudo type restaurants in Murakami that you can go to and eat the salmon that was like caught that day. Or caught right there and then aged a couple months. And I was thinking that that would be like a super cool vlog, don't you think? Do you think anybody would be interested in watching the trek if I go to Murakami for a day and I record like taking the Shinkansen and then I think during the time of year too, maybe the fish will be swimming and stuff. And I could talk about walking around the city and take clips around the city. And then I would take videos of my food, of like the special salmon. And I don't know, I just think it'd be like super fun because salmon's my favorite food. And I really want to go. And I was even like looking up Murakami like tourism stuff too. I think I would just go for a day. I'm not sure if they even have like hotels there. They probably do. Maybe. Please do it. I like when she went to Fujisan, then I cried when she posted a song cover over it while on hiatus. Wait, Fujisan? What were we talking about? Oh, Hachima! I actually have like a secret soft spot when VTubers do vlogs. I love it so much. You know who else has like crazy funny vlogs? I love the vlogs from when a Hololive member comes back from like America or something and it's like you didn't even know they were there. Or like when Korone, who was it that went to Evo? Korone and somebody else went to Evo and they were talking about how their experience at Evo and stuff. There's gotta be a hotel there. If not, you can spend the night in Niigata. Oh, that's right. It's right next to Niigata. Any day not spent in Tokyo/Osaka/Kyoto is a day spent well. Really tired of people traveling to Japan and never leaving those 3 cities. I feel like it's valid not to leave though because there's just so much to do. It's difficult to leave. Exactly. I was about to segue into that too, Loki. The Mito vlog that she just made where she went to New York City and she was like, whoa, the city's so bustling and it smells super bad. It smells like piss. That's more because most people don't speak Japanese. Oh yeah, that's another caveat. Like if you go to Japan and you have like a serviceable level of Japanese to no level of Japanese, you can't go to the countryside because you just like won't be able to communicate basically. I understand the gripe though. I do understand the gripe. There's definitely a lot of beautiful stuff outside of those cities, but I can understand like also sticking to those because there's just like so much to do. It's all crammed into this one. But I kind of agree on the in regards to like shrines and whatnot, like traditional stuff, because even though it's like I don't know, maybe you guys don't agree about this. I don't know, I'm working on hitting every prefecture and I don't really speak Japanese. I get the same 4 spots in Tokyo for a month and call it a day. It's more likely than you think. I can't tell if you're joking or not. That's a legitimate thing that happens. I know friends that only go to Japan to go to idol concerts and leave. Oh man, my throat's very conky today. But I sort of agree specifically in regards to like traditional Japanese stuff. I think you'll get like a much more honest and legitimate experience for like onsen, obviously, and shrines, obviously, and matsuri. If you go to like a rural place or a suburb or just outside of Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, because I think I only agree about this with Tokyo rather, but like I think the shrines, they're not like lackluster in Tokyo, they're fucking huge and there's a ton of people there all the time. It just feels like they're so veneered with like, I mean they're a tourist trap so I get it, but like they're so like wow sugoi nihon, whereas I feel like the shrines that are like less populated, less touristy and whatnot are perhaps like more serene and the nature of them is preserved a little bit better, maybe? Yes, lol, Akima, Shibuya, Ueno, and Ikebukuro, and that's it. That's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. It's pretty cool being the only foreigner in the city. I do think the idea of me going to Murakami and then them being like, why did you come to Murakami? And me being like, I really fucking like salmon. Would be kind of funny. Would be a little bit funny. I saw a video that said that Murakami is the salmon center of Japan. And I just had to come. My family is going to Japan for the first time this summer. Ooh. And we're going to meet some family that lives there and has a shrine in the countryside. I think will be a super unique experience. That sounds fucking awesome. But the reason why I went ooh is because depending on what time of the summer you go, Wookie, you might die. You might die. Only time I got a why the hell are you in this town was from an old foreigner that moved there with a JP wife. He had such a bad time. I like granted. Now I know everybody's like, oh, Japan summer, Asia summer, or like is unbearable. Like it's unlike anything you could ever experience anywhere else. Like if you're an American, like get ready because you can't experience it anywhere else. You're not going to be prepared for it. Now, while that is true, the summer that I went and the temperatures and the humidity that I was experiencing while in Japan were also record high. So like not only is it like just typically like really terrible, it's also like a record high. It probably won't be that bad next time in the summer, but it was a terrible thing to learn. It's probably gonna get hotter every year. I'm going next August for Comic-Con to climb Fuji. You will die. You are going to die. We're from Texas, so we should be able to manage at least a bit. I hope for your sake it isn't like a record high temperatures when you go, because it truly is amazing. And that sounds fucking awesome. You're gonna like live the Higurashi dream. Going to your rural family in the countryside that operate a shrine. That's actually so sick. Also, like, no VTubers I know ever go to Kyushu or Shikoku. Like, those regions are very cool. Please step outside of Kansai, Chubu, Kanto. Wait, what's in Kyushu and Shikoku? Kyushu, Japan. Let's see. Oh! I have a ton of bookmarks in Fukuoka. See, it's just like, it's so... Currently where I am, I'm still like making my way through like the greatest hits of like Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto. I'm not gonna go back to Kyoto this time, I don't think. But I probably will go to Osaka because I want to go to Universal Studios Japan. I don't even think I'm gonna do anything else in Osaka. I think I'm just gonna go to USJ. Honestly, I might even make it a day trip. Like I might take the earliest Shinkansen there, go to USJ all day, and then take the latest Shinkansen back. I've heard nice stuff about Akita. Well, I think all parts of Japan have a beautiful... Osaka is so lit, the party vibes are insane. That is very true. It is really remarkable. It was my first time too when I went to Japan. It was my first time experiencing how disparate culture can become within such a small area. Because it's like people in the north of America have slightly different accents to the south of America, of the United States of America rather. And they have like different cultural things, but that's like a huge swath of land between the two, like so much land. But it's a 2-hour Shinkansen from Tokyo to Kyoto, and they might as well be like completely different species of people. Like it's really bizarre that like that the culture in Japan to me hasn't just like culturally stabilized at like this complete median between all of them. It's interesting that like each section of the country is like so distinct. And that must be how like there's so many different like accents in England, because I've never been to Europe at all, so I was never able to like to understand that. I was never like experiencing it in person like I did in Japan that first time, so it's like it makes a bit more sense now. Shikoku is so rural. I would really like to go to Fukuoka sometime. I've got a lot of bookmarks on my Google Maps in Fukuoka. Wait. And then I think also I want to go to Hokkaido sometime. Specifically, what's in Hokkaido? I think it's like winter Hokkaido. Hokkaido rocks. I've had a dream of going to Hokkaido ever since I read the manga Kitchen Princess, because there's like lavender fields in Hokkaido. Yeah, and the snow festival. But honestly, I went to... oh yeah, Shikoku is fucking rural. I always forget Shikoku exists. No offense. Oh my god, I forgot about Shikoku. Shikoku's like dark on the Google Maps for some reason. I was just looking at Japan because I'm actively thinking about this. And I remember being like, why is this one random island like so much greener? Why is Shikoku so much greener than the rest of the country on Google Maps? It's just like so rural. I wonder if I recognize any of these names. Uwajima? Oh wait, I have a bookmark in Matsuyama on Shikoku. Oh wait, Matsuyama's a huge city actually. Let's see. Dogo Onsen. Ooh, that looks super cool. I don't know why I bookmarked it, but it's probably to go to the onsen. Kagawa, Tokushima, Uwajima. These names aren't ringing a bell. Oh wait. Awaji Island? I think I bookmarked the whole island. But there's a... Ooh, what's this? I have a bookmark that's dead now. What did this used to be? It's next to the Godzilla Museum, so maybe that's what I was bookmarking? Huh. Uwajima has one of the 12 original castles. I think that's the Ghibli-like onsen. Oh, that might be the Spirited Away onsen. That would make sense. Interesting. Unironically, I only know Japanese geography because of strategy games like Nobunaga's Ambition. I have like a vague idea of Japanese geography. The only problem is that when I was invested in stuff like Japanese geography, it was like because of Sengoku Basara and like Warring States period stuff. And a lot of those borders are like rewritten or not relevant to modern day in the slightest. So it's kind of like useless information. Ooh, Kobe. Maybe I'll go to Kobe sometime. I never got to Kobe. I have bookmarks in Okayama. I think that's because there's some YouTube guy that lives in Okayama. Ooh. Yeah, do you know what day it is? Oh, my voice cracked. I'm sick. You can't make fun of it. Do you know what day it is? Huh? April 31st. That's right. You got it. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Ashton Martin. I'm the Roller Race Queen of VTuber Racing. Right now, I'm just looking at the map of Japan because I'm talking about how bad I want to go this year. And I'm currently just yapping. And I hope you had a fun time with Barry. Welcome, welcome. But take me, I mean, it's up to you, Barry. I'd be more than happy if you came with. We have to go to USJ. Wait, let me see when the USJ Jujutsu Kaisen. See, on one hand, it's like I would love to go with my good friend Barry Bug. But then on the other hand, I feel like you will be unbearable. Oh no! It ends in August! Actually, a win for me, though. I'm just rage baiting you all the time. See, it's like, on one hand, I think, of course, I would want Barry to have as much fun as possible, and she will have, like, as maximum fun at Universal Studios Japan during the Jujutsu Kaisen event. But I think at a certain point, maybe I would have to be like, stop! It's okay, I'm getting Nayo to get the thing I wanted. Oh! Okay, you lucked out. Why do I have this place in my friends list? Le Golden Croissant. Okay, I have that saved in the wrong place. I'll put that on my want to go. Ugh. But I mean that with love, Barry, okay? You must understand, I mean it with love. There's gotta be something where it's like if I was freaking the fuck out about it non-stop all day, you'd be like, you need to chill out a little. You need a little, chill out a little. You only go to yaoi shops? I got no problem with that. I have no problem with going to non-stop yaoi shops. So long as there is more than just Jujutsu Kaisen. No, not a single problem. In fact, last time I was in Japan, I wanted to go, but then didn't make it to the BL cafe where you can make the boys kiss each other. No, every time we've hung out more than one day, I've accidentally rage baited you like every 5 hours. Why do I have such an unpleasant personality? Why do I have such an unpleasant personality? Also, Scuttlebutt, thank you for gifting Barry a sub. Welcome. Welcome, welcome to the sponsors. I think it's funny. It's a good thing that, let's just say, like, I'm glad that I was muted when we were playing Roblox and we were doing that ramen game. Because sometimes the silence after you say something stupid, like, speaks for itself and it's, like, so much more humorous than my knee-jerk reaction of, what the fuck are you talking about? I literally was like... I thought no one was acknowledging it because I had, like, ruined the joke. But I was like, Barry, what the actual fuck are you talking about? As for context, this is what I'm talking about. We were playing Roblox with Pia and Namimi, and... Well, I don't remember what it was. It was like, wait, this ramen... Because it was like, we were playing like a ramen shop thing with a horror ramen shop game with anomalies. That if you serve them, your rating goes down or whatever. And so they would send an order of like chicken ramen with an egg and a water. And then she'd be like, oh, wait... If they order the chicken ramen, does it have noodles in it? Ramen with noodles? I think so much about how you snap every day you test me. Okay, I was at my wit's end. I understand her. Well, the thing is... the thing is that... Ramen, literally raw men in ramen is noodle. The name of the dish is noodle. You can't have ramen without the noodle. Actually, killer impression. My bug is cooked. Oh wait, you waited me on YouTube too? Thank you. It was a shitty Roblox game. True, true. I think this is definitely this is like that fucking Diary of a Wimpy Kid, like autistic person versus person who's like 1% more autistic than them, except it's reversed. I'm like 1% more autistic than you, and like taking everything dead serious. Taking everything like perfectly serious. Excuse me. We're talking about men's noodles. Oh yeah. It's a special day. Today is the perfect day to be talking about men's noodles. Well, specifically one man's noodle. Did you play Metal Gear Solid today? Excuse me. Dude, I got so drunk. What? You drank? That's not true. I saw... What? No, I saw Nani Wasn't posting like, oh my god, she's so sloshed. And I was like, they're just baiting. They're just like posting whatever the fuck. Because Barry doesn't drink. You actually drank. You actually drank. Not only that, you actually drank as somebody who doesn't actually drink. And you drank a whole soju bottle as a Korean. It's April 30th. I mean... yeah, it's like a fun day to be like, ha, Raiden, ha, Metal Gear Solid 2. But like, do you have to drink? Does it depress you? Why are you hitting the bottle? Are you gonna be okay? I'm gonna actually go watch this. I thought it was just BS, so I didn't even watch the clip. Oh, Barry, was it fun? She was borderline about to cry. Was she thinking about Metal Gear Solid? Was she thinking about Raiden? Dude, don't watch the clip where I start crying. Batman! Batman! Barry! I'm not like chiding you for crying or drinking. I'm chiding you for crying at Batman. Batman of all things? Actually, you need some wine stream so you get this kind of drunk instead of sad drunk. The only reason I got sad drunk last time was because I was fucking drinking Malort. It was disgusting. It was such a bummer. I would take the shot and be like, it's horrible. Wait, so now that you have a taste for liquor, are we gonna party together? Are we fun drunk? No, if I was drunk, you'd know. If I was drunk, you'd know it. Also, who is ever, thank you for resubscribing and saying a sponsor. Also, I apologize. I apologize to everybody who's listening to me for the very first time because my voice is not doing well as of recent. And you probably hear that it's getting very kunky as I speak. Alright, I'm cleared up. I apologize for that. I got sick recently, and I've had this like persistent cough. Ooh, I love So Mac. Hell no, I'm not drinking until next April 30th. Oh, God. See, I don't want to be that person where it's like, jog, 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 jog. Like, I want to kill you to get a little silly. Sometimes. Just once. With Ashton the Martin. Whoops. I closed the window by accident. Ugh. Also, if you need to head out, Barry, it's totally okay. I'm gonna go watch this clip that Nani Wasn't posted. Would you guys kill me too if I said that I don't actually remember the relevance of April 30th and Metal Gear Solid? Isn't it like Raiden's birthday? Or Rose's birthday? Rose's birthday. Oh. Then I definitely don't care. No offense. She's like the toxic baby trapping mama of the century. This is really what you guys want?
To the Metal Gear pop-up, I sat next to Vinny Vine Sauce, and I felt really
She's so drunk. Oh my god. Oh, it was the first day that they met.
embarrassed because I was freaking out over
You're so nasal, it's crazy.
Ocelot, and I was putting my hand up to
Because I was freaking out over Ocelot. The drunk scent is real. That's literally how I sounded last week, though. It's over, I'm a nerd. But so am I, Barry, so am I.
Ocelot when he was appearing during the
So am I.
Delta cutscenes, and I was scratching his chin as if I was actually there. I was like scratching his chin. I was like, oh man. And then I noticed Vinny Vine Sauce next to me, and I was like,
Wait, I'm like not following the story.
oh shit.
Like not following
That's
what's going on.
crazy. I do love her comics a lot. Maddie's super nice, and she's really tall. She's really tall, you guys. She's like extreme.
Who is tickling whose chin? You were scratching Vinny Vine Sauce's chin like a dog?
Extremely tall. I'm very jealous of people who are that tall, but like also that's crazy.
Voice sounds like Gigi Moody, and that's racist.
You were just like blessed with that stature. Oh.
Your listening comprehension is wild. I'm like not listening. She's just drunk rambling.
Yeah. Are most
She mentioned
people
somebody
really
named
tall? When I went to
Maddie.
the Metal Gear pop-up, I sat next to Vinny Vine Sauce, and I felt really embarrassed because I was freaking out over Ocelot, and I was putting my hand up to Ocelot when he was appearing during the Delta cuts.
Dude, that's like shit you can't admit to, man. You were literally doing the fucking perfect blue, like idol dancing in the palm of my hand shit to Ocelot.
Scenes, and I was scratching.
Is Gigi Korean? Wait, that's actually a good... I don't actually know. But either way, if she isn't Korean, then it's racist because you're equating the sound of two Asian girls together. And if she is Korean, then you're stereotyping.
His chin as if I was actually there. I was like scratching his chin. I was like, oh man. And then I noticed Vinny Vine Sauce next to me, and I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. I do love her comics.
I'm curious how you even got seated next to Vinny Vine Sauce.
Maddie's super nice, and she's really tall.
Who is Maddie? Who is Maddie? I have a peak drunk clip here if you'd allow it. Oh yes, oh yes. You take song requests? You really want me to sing a song right now? And you don't seem to understand. with this person. Ooh. Oh, okay, okay. She makes cute comics. Okay. I'm just not on a first name basis with her like Barry is, I guess. That's crazy. I sing a song from your Oshi Uplink relay set, Shaichilla. I will, if I do that, I'm gonna be spoiling half of the set. They're not very long sets, alas. And I also can't do that for reasons.
Stop squeaking! Guys, I'm so... I hit myself in the face with my headphones. I'm so... I checked...
Wait, so did you speedrun this today?
Mirror. I checked my reflection and my cheeks are... I mean, you can see it on the VTube, my VTuber.
Not trying to think.
My cheeks are red.
I'm trying to think. I feel like Barry has had like a singular drink around me, and she didn't get like this drunk, but she definitely has the Asian flush. Barry didn't do the things she did last year, did she? Huh? What did you do? Barry sounds pretty far gone. Yeah, this is a very long clip. She says like 5 words. Where she told the viewers to... She didn't eat anything before drinking and took sips pretty frequently this time around. What did you do last year? People are regaling stories of your past. Your kurorekishi. Actually, yeah, a bottle of soju would kind of fuck with me too. Especially on an empty stomach. What flavor? Plain? Don't say plain. That's gonna make you seem like an old man. Lemon. Ooh, it's still hitting, it seems like. Lemon? If it's not yogurt, I cannot go gurt. Ooh, lychee is good too, though. Soju has the deceiver's aura it hits. But it does have, like, a legitimately, like, lower alcohol content. At least, like, the sugary stuff does than, like, vodka and whatnot. It's more like wine. I can't drink sweet booze. I'm surprised that you weren't drinking, like, the chocolate mint. In honor of your fellow Metal Gear fan. Is the yogurt flavor that good? I've only had plum. The yogurt flavor is that good. It's better than every other one. Yakult though. I don't think I'm misremembering, but didn't she say like any viewers who were schmorking it had permission to... What? My Barry said that? My Berry Bug said something like that? Last April 30th? Okay, so she was role-playing as Rose. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's because I watched the Game Changer episode and was referencing it. Oh, yeah, we're getting out of my wheelhouse with this one. Alright, that's enough berry glazing. That's enough berry glazing. Although I am interested in what you did, so thank you for sticking around and keeping me updated. And happy April 30th to you too. This really is like a day of celebration. You drinking? I like legitimately didn't know that you did that ever. Although I do question why today of all days. But okay, wait, if we're talking about out of context things that Ashton says some absolutely insane shit. No, that's okay. We don't need to rehash any of it, okay? We don't need to rehash any of it. We don't need to... No, it's fine. It is April 30th, Pit Crew. It is. It is. I'm patting your head. Good job. It is. Alright. I was in the middle of a tangent when you guys raided me. Thank you again for the raid, Barry. And I hope you have an amazing night. And drink some water and have a snack. And you know what? You should have capitalized on this. You drink so little that you should have prepared or like DoorDashed something really greasy and like shitty for you. Are you still drunk? Do it right now. I did? Okay, good. Okay, good. Because like the gluttony that you have the ability to tap into while inebriated is unlike anything sober. If you go to Fukuoka, make sure you go to the Tenjin Underground Mall. It's pretty cool. Ooh. I'll keep it in mind. I'm not sure I'll go to Fukuoka this time. It would be nice though. I think top of the list for me is the Salmon City Murakami. And of course I want to go back to Ikebukuro. And honestly, I was about to say... also, Waffle Supremacy, thank you for the gifted sub. I was gonna say, like, I could honestly not go back to Akihabara. But that's not true. I do want to... I want Akihabara to be the Akihabara in my mind. You know? And I love Akihabara Radio Kaikan. But I just... You know, it's just like a really big tourist trap now. Anime culture is very much like co-opted and less crowded in your head. It's not even the crowding. I think it's like the minimizing of otaku-ness. Like, that's why I prefer to go to Ikebukuro, because it just sucks because Akihabara is so much better set up in my opinion. Akiba used to be that good, and that's what I've heard. Japanese people are just too old now to keep it going. Akihabara is like a perfect strip, and then they close it on Sundays. It's like the perfect place to walk around, and IMO Rajo Kaikan contributed to commercialization, centralizing so many sources of a shiny new building, all the old tiny cramped buildings. Yeah, I guess maybe I don't know as much about Akihabara as I thought, but I guess when I go to Akihabara, I want to go and like meet other like-minded like people, like crazy otaku, like the niches of niche stuff. Meanwhile, I could be wrong about this, but I don't even know if there's a Oshikatsu store in Akihabara. There probably is a Oshikatsu store in Akihabara, but like Ikebukuro's got like several, and they're all crazy, decked out with everything you could ever really possibly need. And it's like, I got you go to Comic-Con and Comitia. But Comic-Con's at like the worst time of the year, both times. And Nakano Broadway. Okay, Nakano Broadway is very cool, but even then, in Nakano Broadway too, there's like a bunch of... It's not entirely this, but there are quite a few American paraphernalia vintage stores. And it's always so awkward seeing like Little Tykes toys being sold for like 30,000 yen, because it's like... what the fuck? Like, that's like $2 at a Goodwill. I'm gonna be missing Oshi Uplink for Japan. Ha! Ina! Ina! Nihon ni ikitai! Yeah, it's all TCG and con cafes and girl bars. Right? Yeah, it's all Ikebukuro now. There's like one Oshikatsu store tucked away in a small section in fandom. Yeah. But I love how Akihabara looks. I just love what it was. What's a con cafe? A concept cafe. So anything that's like based on like maids or kimono mimi girls or like monster girls or butlers. So that's what the con cafe is. Aston Martin Cafe. It's not impossible. I mean, Ayami Sensei and Mint had a collab cafe in Japan multiple times actually, didn't they? Twice? Or maybe the second one hasn't happened yet. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. And did you guys see too that Toma, the pink-haired tomato VTuber, she debuted as an idol in Japan, and I thought that was like kind of out of left field. I didn't even realize that was something she was aiming for, but that was so cool. And like, I think it'd be so cool to get involved in a Japanese VTuber event, don't you think? That'd be so cool. Harajuku is still nice. Shibuya, Shinjuku are good, full of Australians though. I need to spend more time in Harajuku. I only went to browse, and there was like a farmer's or like a flea market street sale the day that I went, and it was fine. The thing with Harajuku is that like you're not really like getting down and dirty the way that you are in like other places that have a bunch of vintage stores or like secondhand stores, Harajuku's like already curated it all because they know that people want that shit, and so then it becomes like super expensive, like way more expensive. I was finding like old anime t-shirts that were like honestly like pretty well worn and like 20 to 30 years old, and they were sick as fuck because it's like it's been a while and she's been trying. Wait, what was I saying? What was that in reference to? Home cafe? Or I think we just called that a gimmick cafe in the US. Yeah, if such a thing even existed, but they don't. They don't really. I think the closest thing is like a themed restaurant, like Ed DeBevick's or Rainforest Cafe, or like the 3 or 4 maid cafes that exist throughout the country. Real shit is at Book Off. This is the elite play. The elite play that nobody tells you about. If you're like a crazy weeb and you're already on that bullshit for years and years and years, the elite play is to bring... And if you know Japanese, that's another caveat to this, is to bring merchandise that you want to sell and sell it to Book Off. Or does Mandarake do that? I think Manda does too. That's the play. Like from America selling stuff in Japan? Yeah. Like take full, like if you take 2 suitcases, which most people do, they'll have 1 suitcase full of clothes and then 1 empty suitcase. If you're taking both of them anyway, and I know it's a hassle, like put shit that you want to get rid of in your suitcase and guaranteed someone will buy it. Then you won't be stuck on like Facebook Marketplace or My Figure Collection comments e-begging people to take your plastic off of your hands. They want American toy merch? Probably. Depending on the Mandarake, they probably would take that, honestly. But that's what the elite play. Anyway, back to initially what I started the stream with, and I'm so sorry to you guys for getting so far off topic. Oh wait, also Napa, thank you for subscribing and being a sponsor. Welcome back. I went to my P.O. box today and I got a couple packages. The first one was from Astrum Shenanigans, who I don't think is in my stream right now, but I hopefully maybe eventually will watch the VOD and can hear me say thank you very much for the amazing P.O. box present. I loved it. He got me a baby shark to replace the baby shark that I lost in the ancient Mayan ruins when I was on my vacation recently. So his brother came and into the helm and is now guiding the rest of the shark brother Otakaku Kozames that are hung up in my apartment. And also another super cool thing that Astrum Shenanigans got me was a wax seal kit. So I got some wax seal glue sticks and then like a custom wax seal, which has the Aston Martin double wing logo that's on my Discord and the logo of my YouTube VOD channel. And what's crazy, I wish that they were watching right now, because that's something that I've always wanted. Yeah, it's a custom seal, and now I can custom seal all my my Donathon letters and stuff. Literally instant aura boost. It was so cool. And I'm super excited about that. And it's crazy that like they read my mind like that, because I actually have wanted one of those custom seals for my VTubing for so long, but I never bought them because they're kind of pricey. But I bought my own glue gun for it. I have a few glue guns, but because what you'll do is you put the wax into a glue gun, and then you just like squirt it out, and then you stamp the seal onto it instead of having to like melt it by candlelight and whatnot. So I already bought like its own dedicated hot glue gun, and I also bought dedicated wax sticks already. And then I just never bought the actual wax seal. And I wonder, like, have I talked about this before? Like, how did they know that I wanted this? But then Master Shenanigans sent me the seal, and so now I can actually use that stuff. And I'm so excited. So that was from Astrum Shenanigans, and I really like that. And then I also got a present from Alexander Money, who is in my YouTube chat right now. Thank you, Alexander Money, for the amazing present. And also for the fun letter. And it was super interesting in your letter too that you mentioned. So one of the things that that Alexander Money put in my present was a Q-Pot pin. And for those who don't know what Q-Pot is, it's a Japanese jewelry brand that's chocolate themed, and it's like the ultimate, like, it's like baby's first Lolita jewelry brand. I was obsessed with Q-Pot back then. And again, this was another moment where I was like, oh my god, how do you guys know that I love Q-Pot? I've never actually bought anything from Q-Pot because I don't think I'd actually like get the chance to wear a lot of their like jewelry. And yeah, it's like chocolate and cutesy and drippy, and it's very popular with Lolitas and stuff because they're very cute style jewelry. Oh, and then there's also these iconic flip phones. And I've always wanted one so bad. The iconic Q-Pop biscuit phone. Ugh, it's literally unbeatable. And so it's crazy getting that in the mail and being like, oh my god, I don't want any Q-Pot stuff. It's super cute. It's a cute little cherry pin. It's perfect for me, especially considering, like I said, I love the idea of Q-Pop jewelry, but then I don't think I'd wear it really. Look! This is like elite weeb ball knowledge. The Q-Pot Docomo Keitai. Look! Is this not the most perfect flip phone ever? This is the most perfect flip phone ever conceived. I miss flip phones so bad. So cute. There's so many amazing cute styles from Japan. Ah. It's a chocolate biscuit. Oh, okay, here's a different kind. Like the pink chocolate bar is so cool. But these are just the phones. But yes, overall Q-Pot has this like chocolate melty, cute Lolita aligned style to it, and so that was a really awesome thing. And I thank you very, very much, Alexander Money, for such an amazing present that perfectly fits in my interest. Thank you, thank you. And then the final thing that I received was a amazingly large package, and I feel bad because Miss Aria was in my chat earlier chatting, and she probably was like, get on with it, trying to listen to me talk about the present I received. I received an incredibly large package from Miss Aria, who very, very kindly sent me an Easter basket. This is my first year without an Easter basket because my Grammy passed away, and it was sad. But Miss Aria sent me an Easter basket with like a bunch of amazing stuff in it. Girl, oh, you're here! You're here! I was surprised you said anything. I want to say thank you to everybody who goes out of their way to send me stuff. Like, I feel so beloved. Was that the giant ass chocolate rabbit I saw on Throne? No, that was a separate thing. I don't know who got that. Which is funny because I didn't expect anybody to buy that like so far after the fact. But thank you for the amazing Easter basket. It was full of so many goodies like tea. And also, because Miss Aria likes loose leaf tea, she wrote in her letter to me. I love it when you guys write me letters and stuff. I keep them all in my Ashton box too, in a dedicated letter pouch. And I've never had loose leaf tea before. And although I'm not like the most into tea, I have gotten more into it because of necessity to drink like throat coat, and I've been wanting to like expand my horizons with it because apparently throat coat tea like isn't good tasting. Everybody who likes tea is always like, tea is so amazing, I love tea. Especially British people are like, I can't believe you guys don't drink any tea, you'd rather drink bean water, coffee, you know. And this whole time the only tea that I've been drinking has been like throat coat and throat comfort, and at first, I did not like it at all, but I've really come around on it and I find it palatable now. Only to realize, like, now that I like tea, everyone's like, oh, well, you're allowed to dislike that tea because that's the bad tasting tea. So now I'm excited to try the other teas and whatnot. And I also, oh, I'm such a sucker. There's also like a goat's milk soap bar. I'm such a sucker for stuff like that. Like if I'm in a Whole Foods or at a farmer's market, it's like, fuck, I love a handmade soap. I love a handmade soap. I also just like when, I mean, obviously I like when you guys send me stuff that I like, you know? Yeah, so, I'm stuttering now. A gaiwan? What's a gaiwan? Sometimes they'll put goat's milk in soap because it's like soothing to sensitive skin and stuff. So yeah. I love tea flavored ice cream. It does help with the gunk a lot. But yeah, I gotta try out some fruity teas. And I'll be tasting some amazing teas that were sent in this package. Chinese gung fu tea method? Ooh, is that like the pu-er? I actually do want to try pu-er sometime. Very soft on your skin. Low key too. When I was reading the letter from Miss Aria that was describing like, and here's my favorite tea, and this is how I drink it, and it's very good for like people who have anxiety. Like this is good for relaxing, etc., etc. I was like getting ASMR. I get ASMR from like attention stuff and like thorough instructions and descriptions and stuff. I was like, oh, this feels so magical. Make your own tea, lemon slices soaked in honey. Oh, maybe I should try that sometime. Because I also like, I've come around on I don't love honey, but I really did not like honey before I started drinking it in tea, and I've started to enjoy it more now. But basically, I felt very blessed and happy, especially after like such a nice peaceful day out in the rain, coming home with such an amazing, so many amazing gifts from my pit crew who don't even have to send me anything. Now, on one hand, like I said, I do enjoy getting stuff that I really like. But on the other hand, I think it's also fun to receive stuff that, like, you guys like, too. Like, if I imagine, like, you guys go to, like, a pier and you get, like, saltwater taffy. And you're like, I went on vacation and I got this saltwater taffy. And it made me think of you. It's like, ah! Now, that's never happened, but, like, that's just an example. Brown sugar is so much better. The flavor is neutral as much as I love honey. Ooh. I would if I could. No, you wouldn't if you could. Because, Senequiz, I have bothered you before about how Portugal has the best tin fish in the entire world. And I'm a tin fish eater. And I want the pulpo. I want the tinned octopus. And I want the tin... I'd even try tinned sardines. And I would try tinned... Yes, tin fish, because I like to eat it on crackers. Jeez. I even eat the tin. I still love sheet metal. IDK, don't put anything in my tea. I just drink the steep tea only. Well, the lemon and honey stuff is for like people who have like vocal problems or singers and stuff, so it makes sense. Oh, canned fish. Canned fish is also... Sunny keeps the tin fish for himself. I think it's actually the opposite, because the reason why Senequiz hasn't looked for tin fish, or didn't look for tin fish before prompting, before I went like, hey, Portugal has a really great history with canning fish, was because Senequiz doesn't like tin fish. Think about somebody else for once. I'm joking. When the tea is good, I have it straight. I'm very excited to try this new tea. But I love it when you guys do that sort of thing, when you like think about... You think about me and think like, I think Ashley would like this. I think that happened with another pit crew when they're in Japan too. They were like, this little plush toy looks a lot like Ashton. And then they won it in a gacha. I love that sort of thing. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy. If you want to try Brente on the loose leaf stuff, you should try some Don Kong Oolong. Wait, but I want to try Pu-er. I want to try Pu-er and get a little teapot. And do my multiple steeps and whatnot. I feel like it would be rather meditative. I went to a chic mall with a premium grocery store with a bunch of overpriced stuff and was looking at all the fancy tin fish, but I didn't end up getting any. Oh, that's another thing. Orpheus said to add someone to Throne. All right, Ashley, time to check out your Throne. I don't have any tin fish on there because ordering tin fish online is so fucking expensive. I thought it would be a little bit cheaper if you like went to the source, you know, or if you were like in the country where they were doing the tinning and whatnot, but no. A lot of that imported tin fish, that fancy imported tin fish, is super expensive. I'm just a fan of you, but I keep going off model. That's okay. Don Kong is a type of tea. Pu-er is a preparation / fermentation. Do you remember me? Of course I remember. Honestly though, a thing I struggle with YouTube specifically is I want to call you guys like by your names, but when you guys have different usernames, I always wonder like, is it weird if I like say like, you know, for example, your name Orpheus, but your username on YouTube is Thanatos Altar. Like, I know you're Orpheus, and if I say Orpheus, it's obviously referencing you, but then other people might not know who I'm referencing. But then it's like, I feel bad at calling you Thanatos Altar, because then it's like, not familiar, you know? Does this make sense? I should just, by far and away, be like, chat! Someone in chat. Chat person. Heinz baked beans from the UK are $4 a can here. Part of it is just marketing, but also tins are really heavy. That's true. True, probably does only matter. But I mean, I can't deny. I like to give a little fan service. Calling out my pit crew by name. Although again, I do end up getting a little guilty though, because there's so many pit crew. Whenever people start chatting in my community, they end up... I tend to remember most of the people in my community. I tend to be able to like call them all by name and stuff. But then I feel bad for my lurkers. They're probably like, I don't give a fuck about that random. Keep talking about Japan, Ashton. Ah! I love you too, my lurkers. You can speak your truth whenever you desire. Just get some Genmaicha. This is my most unpopular opinion. Hot take, but I really don't like green tea. I hate green tea. Well, okay, not all green tea. I don't know what kind of green tea Genmaicha is, or I'm assuming it's green tea. I love hojicha. I love hojicha. I fucking love hojicha. I ordered like a 30-pack of hojicha, roasted green tea, and just... Not even jasmine? You're saying, bro, green tea is good? No, it just is so like... When it's hot, it's just like drinking hot water, like it's flavorless. And when it's cold, it's like drinking like water that's had like grass in it for a couple hours. Ugh. I just don't like it, but I love hojicha. But see, I mean... I like hojicha so much. I can like guzzle hojicha. But I don't think I'd eat like a hojicha flavored like cream bun or something. You know? So I don't really understand like why matcha likers are like fucking obsessed with matcha. They're like, I want matcha ice cream. I want matcha bun. I want matcha, just straight matcha powder sprinkled on top of my dessert. Matcha tiramisu. Like, it can't taste fucking good. Like, it can't. I don't know how that would taste good. Matcha Kit Kat. Yup, I said it. Yeah, matcha is miscellaneous green tea with roasted rice. Ooh. I did intentionally join the Roblox games as Evil Ashen as to not beg for shoutouts during a collab, but it was funny to hear that's why I chatted with encyclopedic knowledge instead of Xenograce. They just needed to, that was the more important info. But the funniest part was when I said that, they were like, oh, it's Xenograce. Some chatters are infamous in their own way. It takes the edge off for the grass eaters. Are you making it with boiling water? Because green tea needs 170-degree water, not 220. I don't willingly make green tea. I'm talking about the green tea that you get in a bottle, or the green tea that you drink at like a sushi shop, where you put the powder in the cup and then fill it up with the hot water right at your table. No in between. I've never had any other green tea, and I don't like any of it, except hojicha, which is technically green tea, but it's roasted green tea, and it tastes very different. It's like a earthier grass taste. No, not Lipton. It's the same brand. It's like Japanese matcha in a bottle. But anyway, that's my one. I put my foot down. I don't like matcha. But this just goes back to the stupid like I don't like carrots, but I like Brussels sprouts. I don't like matcha, but I like hojicha. It beats yerba mate? Ooh, I don't know. I don't think I like yerba mate. Ugh. But speaking of Japanisms, Japanese stuff that I really want right now, I've been craving. Oh, what is it? I wrote it down. So I'm pretty sure it's good for you. I'm pretty sure it's like makes regular rice better for you. I could be wrong. It might just be like more empty carbs. But there's this thing called oshimugi, which I think is barley, like washed barley. And sometimes it's like 3/4 rice to 1/4 oshimugi, and you all just like cook it in the rice cooker together. And sometimes you get served it at like they serve it at, oh god, what's the name where you like grill the meat, but it's not yakiniku, it's gyukatsu. They serve it at the gyukatsu motomura. Ah, the barley rice, oh my fucking god, it's like so fucking good. Barley plus like rice with little mix-ins. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Japan and Korea have lots of additions to rice. I know! That's like something I'm sorely missing out. Next time I go to a Japanese supermarket, or maybe even like a H-Mart, maybe, hopefully. Hopefully they'll have oshimugi and I can start mixing it into my rice and have some healthier. I don't know actually if it's healthier. I'm off to bed as my flight is tomorrow. Thanks for yapping. Excuse me, I had to burp. Good luck on your flight. Have fun in Japan. Thanks for yapping to calm my nerves. I wish that you have absolutely no turbulence. Lots of luck. Hopefully by the time the turbulence does hit, which will happen over the ocean next to Russia, you will have been on the plane so long that you're like, who fucking cares? Because that's what happens to me. Because the longer I'm on a plane, typically, the better I am at tolerating my airplane fear. Sometimes if I'm having like a really bad day and like I have a really bad freak out, I'll spend the whole flight like crying and having like a panic attack. But usually around like the 4-hour mark, I'm like, okay, what the fuck is wrong with me? And like then my nervous system actually like it stabilizes and calms down and stuff. Because it's like I've been in this damn airplane for 5 hours and we haven't crashed yet. It probably isn't gonna crash now, which I don't know why my brain works in those weird. I contain multitudes, okay? Do you play a flight simulator? Do you think you'd feel the same? Honestly, no. It's purely circumstantial. It's only in the moment because I start psyching myself out. I start looking around at the people on my flight and I start thinking like, fuck, these are the kind of people who would be in a plane crash. Fuck, there's like babies and there's like a whole sports team. If a whole sports team gets on the airplane, get me off of this fucking flight. We're gonna get Final Destination. It's like how the entire president's family can't all fly on one airplane. Or like the entire, maybe not the president's family. But you know what I mean, right? You gotta all fly separately. That's why it's like, even if me and my sister are going to the same place, like we'll take separate flights. Because it's like, if one of us dies, one of us has to stay alive, okay? Yeah, sports teams are unlucky like that. I'm dead serious. That's so fucked. No, it's not! This is a real thing. That's a real thing that royal family does. And I'm a race queen, okay? So it's very important that one of us stays alive. When the plane shakes so bad, you need the seatbelt. And that's the thing. Knock on wood, knock on wood. Okay, knock on wood from you guys. I've luckily not experienced turbulence that actually like picks me up clear out of my seat ever. But that doesn't matter, it's so scary. It's so scary and I don't like it. Do you just not want them to see you have a nervous breakdown? No, I mean like it actually does provide like some level of comfort when I have somebody there to like rub my back as opposed to just like being there with like strangers and stuff. But are you also scared of driving? Fuck no. I'm a menace on the road. I'm bobbing and weaving, going 10 over. It's because I think it's because if I get into a car crash, granted if I get into a car crash at that speed, I probably won't die. But if I get into a car crash, there's more opportunity to not die than if I get into a plane crash. So getting into a plane feels like completely giving up my bodily autonomy to two men in the cockpit. I almost said pocket. The pop kit. And so I have to go through like all the stages of grief where I'm like, is this really something that I'm prepared to do? Am I really prepared to like put my life in the hands of another like this? Like, are they actually really responsible? Does one of them have a death wish? I couldn't possibly know. And then I have to like come to acceptance. And the acceptance usually happens at around like 4 hours into the flight. Or if I take a Xanax a little bit earlier. As you're talking about dying again, she could take the car crash, by the way. I mean, yeah. If I see it coming, I'll just open the door and bail out. Getting into a car crash is 9 times out of 10 not in your control. If someone else decides they want to text and drive and slam head first into you at 70 miles an hour, then you're just fucked. At least on a plane, you're in the hands of a professional. I mean, I think this is just playing like Pain Olympics. I don't think it's dignified to die in one way over another. I mean, it probably is way less dignified to be like the person texting on their phone and then dying and whatnot. But, like, I just don't want to die. Like, I just don't want to die. I feel like I am an active driver. I'm constantly like looking at my mirrors, paying attention to my surroundings. So I have like a good reaction time, I would say. And I understand you're saying that 9 times out of 10 it's not your fault, but like I just feel like slightly, and I also don't drive all that much, okay? So the risk of me actually getting into a car crash is still very low in my opinion. Because a lot of people, those statistics about car crashes come from places and people that rely heavily on cars. Meanwhile, I don't even own a car. But the airplane stuff is like, it's getting scary out there, it feels like. It feels like the same issue with like the public infrastructure of like 70 years ago, we made public infrastructure that would last for 50 years. And so we're 20 years over that service life and we haven't replaced all these rusting bridges. We haven't replaced all these roads that have huge potholes, you know? And I feel like something similar is happening with air. The civil engineer said, okay. But I feel like something is happening with like air travel similarly, where like a lot of the airplanes that are used today are super fucking old. Even if they've been refurbished, they're like still over 20 years old. And on one hand, it's like that means that it's flown and it's like reliable for a long time. But then on the other hand, it's like, well, airlines want to cut costs. Okay, the state of the, not to get like too into the weeds about this, the state of capitalism as it exists right now, like these companies are gonna want to cut costs now more than ever. The user experience does not matter now more than ever, and so but it's not every incident in the air causes a change in procedures and standards and makes every similar plane get examined. Yes, but I think that those sorts of things will still slip. You hear so much more now, and not only just that, the air is also just plain worse because of global warming. The air is choppier now than it's ever been ever in the history of flying because of the cold air and the hot air mixing and the currents causing a ton of clear air turbulence, which is the scariest kind of turbulence and the most dangerous kind of turbulence and the most unpredictable kind of turbulence. And so basically, plane is scary. She's spitting my brother as an airline pilot and that guy's a dumbass. Ah, don't say that. Don't say that. Oh. All I'm saying is when a plane crashes, it's national news, but when someone drunk drives into family force, local news at most. That's true. That's because they happen at a much higher rate than plane crashes. But the severity of a plane crash is just so much more intense than like every car crash. There's from a fender bender to like being wrapped around a tree, you know? Oh, you're here, Astro Shenanigans. You came too late. This is too many thoughts in my 1 hour play. Okay, I won't talk about it anymore. I won't talk about it. But basically, that's my argument behind being frightened by flying on the air. You're not getting into a helicopter? Oh, I'm good. Oh no, thank you. I'm full. I'm good, actually. I know I'm so good. I never need to get in a helicopter. Never, ever. People die in helicopters just for fun. It's like for shit and giggles. People die in helicopters all the time. I'm pretty sure that there's some statistic out there where it's like the most helicopter deaths in the military happen just from fucking flying it for training. Not like while they're over in other countries getting shot down or whatever. That they malfunction so much that you just die. You die like practicing just flying it. I wish there was some government body that regulated flight safety and association, maybe. I know! And I wish that it wasn't a risk now in modern day that like maybe those things would get defunded and would cause a bunch of trouble and a pain in the ass. And I also wish that we didn't live in a place where all these companies that so many people depend on to travel the world weren't trying to cut costs at every corner and then squeeze the chairs even closer together and then sell you 3 chairs that you can turn into like a shitty little cot. And then also, I don't need to know that. What the hell? Weren't you the one too, Virtual Loop? That was the other stream that was like, you've been too negative lately. Thank you for yet another negative tidbit for me to wring my hands over. Anyway. Basically, you're reasoning with me for no reason. Because I'm aware that it's an irrational fear. I'm perfectly aware that it's a completely irrational fear. When you look at the data, there isn't much support. There's perhaps support with anxiety about the possibility of it changing in the future. Like there's reason to be worried about that, I would say. But no, I understand that like by all accounts, modern air travel is the safest way to travel, point blank. I just have an irrational fear. And I'll admit to that. I've heard that can happen to chillas. I know, it's very horrible. Time to fight Asha for being negative again. I really was trying, to be honest. I'm not trying to talk you out of an irrational fear because it's irrational. I thought you were just being weird. Okay, let's just move on. I don't think that makes it better. Alright, I can remove this from my stream chat ideas, Murakami. And then we can move on to a different, equally important, just as cool place that I would love to visit someday. No more of that weeb shit. And this is only a stone's throw away, as opposed to a 13-hour flight. Sheboygan? No. We got any more guesses? We got any more guesses? Baltimore, baby. Baltimore. Because they speak a completely different fucking language. They speak a separate English in Baltimore. Have you guys ever heard of Baltimore slang before? It's crazy. The shit that they are saying is inconceivable. And not just like Aaron Earn and Iron Earn or whatever. Not just like the accent. Like the slang that they speak in Baltimore is so fucked up. It's making me laugh. I got a TikTok of a girl learning Baltimore slang and I need to pull it up to know what I'm referencing. It's like literally like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Like you can't possibly remember that shit unless you're like, it's like I said, a whole separate language. I can't remember what like the exact wording is because it's just like made up fucking words. Here.
Oh yeah, dummy. Can I guess?
And then the
Am I right? Oh yeah, dummy. Are you a Jill Yang or a Fu'alatugan?
a Fu'alatugan?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that? What is a Fu'alatugan? What is a Fu'alatugan?
Oobin and scoobin.
Open and scooping. Hello?
I'm good. I'm cutting up.
I'm cutting up. My new favorite slang is "you the birthday." That's my least favorite recent slang. I don't even know how to try to spell that. I don't even know. What was it? Fala. What was it again? I can't remember. It's just gibberish.
Can I guess? You kind of sound like you're from Baltimore. Am I right?
I am.
Oh yeah, dummy. Are you a Jill Yang or a Latugan? Let me know.
A jiddle yang. Let's see what that is. Or a Falatugan! A jiddle yang refers to someone who is an attention grabber, often used in a teasing or playful way to describe someone flashy or attractive. Falatugan, often interpreted in the meme context as someone who is good in bed, or more broadly, a person who is the one. What is this? Is this real? What is a Falatugan? The two words might be some of the oddest pieces of AAVE to ever be gentrified, spawning from one viral rap song known online as the Baltimore accent song. Its creator, a man who goes by Bipple Yipsnip, is the key to unraveling this convoluted gibberish. So what does jiddle yang mean? Arguably more importantly, what does Falatugan mean? Let's explain. Boom tang tang on the Duget. City Girls Actapaluget remix. Oh no!
Get nang your jackal packlepins, man. Your knack. Waves on jiggle a gang. Your snow now sniggle a jang. Your girl gon' want jump down my jiggle a jangs. Phone nella fiddle fallopian tubes. Go down jiggle a snoo snacks. Application knackle cakes. Jump down jiggle your gackle cakes. Let me get up some gatlin seeds. That ass man up.
He's making perfect sense to me. He's speaking my language. Laugh at the end. Falatugan. What is this? This must be like so random. Like this must be an incredibly niche meme, because I mean, first of all, this isn't real, right? So it's not real slang. Okay, it's not real slang. It's just this dude is making up gibberish, and all of the Google overviews that you could find, every single person has just I think that people in Baltimore like use it humorously, but it was just gibberish to begin with. They're calling you a Falatugan and you're laughing. I'm curious where like the Google overview was like getting the definitions for this stuff. From WikiHow. Jiddle yang. How do you know? Oh no, this isn't gibberish. This isn't gibberish. A jiddle yang is a person known for being an attention grabber. According to Baltimore native, a jickle or a jiddle means an attention grabber. The suffix yang can be added to any word for extra flair, but doesn't change the meaning. So a jiddle yang refers to someone or something that grabs attention. Although there's no official pronunciation of jiddle yang, most people pronounce it as jittle yang. However, the word is often spoken very quickly so that the middle syllable almost sounds like a glottal stop. So it's like jittle yang, like a British person. Forget the jittle yangs and focus on your end goal. Example of how jittle yang is used in a sentence. She is such a Jill Yang. All the guys hit on her at a club. Fa'alatugan might refer to someone who is good in bed. It's all this one guy! This is based on using context clues from similar words that are defined in Richard Webster's book, Jikalang the Dictionary. What? I think you're getting played. But I think it'd be so funny if, like, conversely, like, this dude did just make up a bunch of shit. This dude from Baltimore did just make up a bunch of shit, and then it became a meme. Like, he was like, oh, this is a Baltimore meme. And it, like, absolutely was not. Makes no fucking sense. And then, as a result, became a meme. You should make up a bunch of random shit and just say it in collabs. Don't I already do that? I say kunky. And that's caught on. Kunky. Tubsy. What's another word that I say? I have so many, like, ashtisms. Kunky is a real word now. Just you wait. Fa'alatugan is gonna be a real word. Come next year. Kawiwi. I feel like a lot of people say kawiwi though. I don't know if that's ashtism. I'll claim it though. I'll claim it. I'll take all the glory. Sorry, I coughed right in the... I know kawiwi from Nino. There are a few Ninoisms that began as ashtisms. I can't say this with any amounts of assuredness, but I feel like kawiwi and kya were both things that I first said to her and then became like a thing she says non-stop. I mean, I can't really claim it though because like they've existed on the internet like for way longer than those things, but it is funteresting. What am I saying? Hey, there's a new word, funteresting. It's funny and interesting that you could like say any random word to her and then her brain might like hone in on it and be like, yeah, I'm gonna say this every 5 minutes now. Let's see. But yeah, I'm interested in Baltimore slang. But yeah, I guess if you say Jill Yang or Fa'alatugan to a real Baltimore person, they'll laugh and be like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about because they know about this. Can I be honest with you guys? I don't think I'm gonna play a game today. My throat's starting to hurt. It's so short. It's such a short Ashen stream. Nah. I don't think anyone expected you to play something. Yeah, at this point, you've got to be stupid to think I was actually going to do something. But yes. You need to put your definition on here for posterity. You're being outdone. I know there's other words on kunk. And I stole that word kunk from Oni Plays too, but it was a completely different word with them. They were just saying cookie in a weird voice, but to me it's something very specific. Yap, then mystery game stream usually means yap stream. I think you should do any guesser to make up for no game. That's right, I could do some dulls. Some dulls and guessers. A little bit of Ashen is better than none. Gotta keep us on the edge of our addiction. Yeah, I just gotta keep drip feeding you. Keep you wanting more. My cats are giving the bedtime stare down anyway. Perhaps it's time. Ooh, excuse me. Actually, last year when you said you wanted me to just say my opinions outright, low-key revitalized me too. Why? You're welcome, but also I'm not sure if that was a good idea considering earlier you were just like, you're being really weird. If you want to say something, you should just say it. But there are risks that come with this. Have you seen the Deadlock Lockle? No! No, I haven't. I want to play that. We can play Mahjong Handle. No one goes on a separate flight from their sister because they think one of their planes is gonna crash. Okay, I may have been... What's the word? I can't think of it. I may have been exaggerating. That isn't why I go on a separate flight than my sister. The reason why I go on a separate flight from my sister is because she's a fucking cheapskate. And I don't ever want to take a connecting flight in my life. Also, my dear Belby, sue me, I like to lie a little for fun. But it does cross my mind. It does cross my mind in the same way where it's like when I get on an airplane with a sports team, I'm like, if the plane was gonna crash, it would definitely happen right now. Like, if I do take a flight with my sister, then I'm like, if I was ever gonna be on a plane that was gonna crash, it would be right now to like maximize the catastrophe. And then my family would like never bounce back from it. Maybe that's how I should think of it. Like, every time I go on a solo flight, I'm like, at least I'm not with my sister. Connecting flights make the experience more memorable. I can't say that that isn't the case, but... Also, my dear Velby, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Ashton Martin. And I'm going to play some goals, some daily goals. I don't think you should think about it that way at all, actually. Sports teams travel far more than the average person. Exactly! So if you're on a flight that has a sports team, you get there... It's like the... Isn't there some, like, problem where, like... the probability of picking a car behind 3 doors will increase if you switch your answer? Like, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? There's, like, this 3-door problem. But also another thing is that I've had connecting flights before, and the connection has been so long that I've... Yeah, Monty Hall problem, that's it. The connection has been so long that I almost fall asleep in the airport, and no one's gonna wake you up. So that's why I don't like connections. I don't like connections because of the possibility of like a delay and having to like sit there and like take care of myself and stay awake against all odds because I need to be on that damn flight. But yeah. No, I was embellishing. That's the word. I may have embellished that story, okay? I just have an anxiety about it. There's like pros and cons. The pro is that I have my sister with me who will rub my back when I cry about being scared of the of it. But then I also get nervous and doubly because it's like that's exactly like a sympathetic person in a plane crash would do. Like this is like the exact thing a pitiable person who ultimately meets their demise at the hand of the one thing that terrifies them the most would happen. You know? I had a connecting flight from Japan to the US and I ate like 5 breakfast sandwiches from McDonald's. I was so fucking hungry. Yeah, like when I went to Japan... I think it makes sense to take a connecting flight. But I just didn't want to even bother with it. So I took a direct flight from where I live to Japan. But yeah, my sister is a cheapskate. So my sister Martin will take like any possible means to get where she wants to go necessary. And so she took a connecting flight, except it was a connecting flight in Toronto. So we live in the Midwest. She took it to Toronto backwards. And then had a even longer flight from Toronto. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Power through direct 14 flight. I agree. And actually, the best thing too about coming back from Japan is that if you are doing Japan right, you're gonna be so fucking exhausted that you knock out the entire time. Like, I was so exhausted and sick from being in Japan last time in August that my flight back, I think I slept the entire time. I slept at least 9 hours on that flight. I'd wake up and then I'd look around and realize that everyone around me got served like breakfast or dinner, and I'd be like, what the fuck? You know, back to sleep. What the hell? I wanted that food. Good night, Quartz. Does she just love flying longer distances? No, anything to save a little shmoolah. That's one of those things where it's like there's a trend now on TikTok where it's like expensive things that are worth the money. The direct flight will always be worth the money, in my opinion. Although it depends, because earlier Chinfo was saying that like he has a work flight route that's become one stop instead of a non-stop. Like that's different. Because it's a work flight too. But like any pleasure vacation, any pleasure travel, leisure travel, just take the direct flight. I wish there was a direct flight from Portugal to California. Nah. Actually, I was just thinking about this too because in my mind, like I feel like you can go anywhere in the world with a direct flight so long as you're willing to pay like thousands of dollars. But that just isn't the case because recently I've been kind of on... And I heard you say expensive things are worth the price. I immediately thought I was just trying to justify buying liquid death over just tap water bottle. Ew. The liquid death is gross. That's just a person who doesn't understand true luxury. Gotta go, bye-bye. Goodbye. You know, yeah, there are some places in the world that don't have direct flights to them, including Bali. Because remember, last stream I was talking about how I've been getting like a Bali resort, women's only resort ads where you get like a massage every day, and it's free food and all the fruits you could ever imagine, and lounging by the pool, and like yoga every morning, and like it just seems like so beautiful. Would I do the yoga every morning? Fuck no. But I was like, oh, that sounds so amazing. Oh, and I started like get into the idea of like going to a wellness resort and like doing all this amazing stuff. And I was really interested in Bali. I was like looking around at all the like Canggu, that's a place in Bali. And I started to be like, you know what? I really think I might be able to swing something like this. Like it's so affordable because Bali is really rather inexpensive to travel in, you know, within Bali rather. Like it's rather cheap to vacation at. And then I looked up flights. There isn't a single direct flight from America to Bali, which I know that sounds like stupid to say. It should be really obvious, but like I guess I didn't think about that. Like it being so far across the world that you have to take a connecting flight. And also every single flight is like $1,500. That's because Bali is for Australians. And then I realized when I looked at a map of the world, like, oh wait, it's like literally right next to Australia. That's why it's for the Australians to go to. What is the American equivalent of Bali? Is there such a thing? Is there a European equivalent? I want to know. I think you could argue like China. No, what am I saying? China? Hello? I'm in Hawaii. Sorry, okay. This needs to be like a Yap only stream. The words in my head are like flickering in and out. What the fuck am I talking about? China's also been on my mind recently because that's the thing Sister Martin's been obsessed with. She wants to go to Chongqing and Chengdu. American Bali is probably Cancun. I just wish it had like the same cost. Because Cancun is fucking expensive. Hawaii is fucking expensive. The Caribbean, I don't know, maybe it's a little bit affordable. Chengdu is valid gay nightlife Chinese city. I know, but like, we're not even gay. There's like no point to it. Is this not a Yap only stream? It is. She just wants to like sightsee the gay Chinese, I guess. I'd be really interested in going to Chongqing. And then we could go to Shanghai, and then, I mean, if we're in Shanghai, we could just go to Shanghai Disney, and then if we're already going to Disney, we might as well go to Hong Kong Disney, and then if we're already going to that Disney, we might as well just make a whole trip of it and go to Disney Sea in Japan, and then Disneyland in Japan, and then we've gone to every single Asian Disney! Oh! Yay! If you go to China, you gotta do a tip-to-tip style vlog. See, I think I could do tip-to-tip in Japan just because I have a serviceable, like, understanding of the language. But I'd be way too scared to do that in China. All I know is Dajahao, Wusha, Ashton. And then Due. Like, if anybody offers me anything, I just go like Due. Due. I know Pu'er. And I also know Bing chilling. But I don't even know the rest of it. There's another thing about Bing chilling. How about the non-Disney Lotte World in Seoul? Actually, that was like the next on my radar after I went to Japan the first time. Like, well, if I'm going to Japan, like I could probably go to Korea. And I do really want to go to Korea, and I would love to go to Lotte World, and I would love to go in uniform because that's a really big thing in Lotte World. It's not so much in Disney in Japan, I think. But I would love to go put on like a high school uniform and go to Lotte World in Seoul. Ah, that'd be so much fun. But then I realized like I'd have the same issue. I'd actually have more of an issue in Korea, I think, than I would in China because I know even less Korean. They do say that Korean is one of the easiest languages to learn how to read or write. I'm really terrible with grammar though, but I know so little. I know like 진짜? 보고 싶어? I think that's a word. 여러분 감사합니다. Etc. etc. Just the symbol sounds, not the actual vocab. I see. So like the sound to letter is very clear cut, but like having a level of understanding of what it means is like beyond me. I'll keep up occasionally. Exactly. I know 하나 둘 셋 1 2 3 진짜 is really, and what was it? 여러분 is like everyone. It's me na. 여러분. I know kimbap. Ooh, I also know tteokbokki. I also know ramyeon. I also know it's all food. I also know kajang-gejang. I also know what else? What other foods do what other Korean foods do I really like? You should yell Shibal next time you talk to Barry. I wonder how she'd react. I wonder if she'd be like, oh my god, Ashley, don't say that. Or if she'd be like, shut the fuck in Korean. I think it's more funny to say duoma. Read my Korean. I know A Sharkle's in Korea right now. How's my Korean? Is it serviceable? Do you think I could handle my own there? But basically, I do want to go to Korea like super duper bad. The only issue with it is that like I felt like a sense of confidence in Japan. Well, in Japan I was like, oh my god, I'm like a foreigner. Yeah, I'm not gonna like understand anything. I only know like a baby Japanese. You know, but then I knew enough Japanese to be like perfectly fine navigating myself. And I feel like what would happen is I'd be like, I don't know any Korean. In the exact same way. But then if I got to Korea, I'd be like, holy fuck, I don't know any Korean. Like it would actually catch me off guard. Like I probably would think like, I know a little bit of Korean, you know, but like, but I still can't. I still can't do it. I don't know any. You know, I'd be like saying it to be demure, and then once I actually get there, I'd be like, oh my god, I really don't know any Korean. I don't know any Korean. Oh. I wonder how you feel about this. I'm blind, and for some reason I like to touch women's feet. Not much of a visual learner, are you? How'd you type that? Wait a second, that's actually perfect grammar. Every I is capitalized, there's 2 periods in that message. That could very easily be sent by somebody who's blind. Holy shit. I think Barry would be the STFU type, but I don't know her that well. I think it definitely depends on her soberness. Like any other day, 364 days out of the year, she'd be like, shut up! But I think today she'd be like, why would you say that? I don't know what you look like, but you have a very pleasant voice. I say, like a blind person with an ear for music. wait. Are you blind or not? Are you using TTS? No, it's the reverse. It's speech to text, so STT. You gotta get that checked out, man. You gotta get that checked out. What else is there? You know what I've been catching myself doing? In general, I like to touch feet, palms, and wrists. Okay. Have you ever seen the anime JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Cause I got a character for you. Wait, seen it? Tugging at my collar. Have you ever heard JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Yikes. Yikes. You probably wouldn't enjoy touching my feet. I just cut my toenails recently. Wait, why am I talking about this? I guess if you're touching them, it's probably different than seeing them. Basically, they look like stupid little nubbles. She posted feet pics, but I guess you can't see them. Yeah, I guess that pales in comparison to the actual sensation, right? Here, I'll show you guys what the problem with this is. When my feet are like... oh god. Beautifully manicured and my nails are nice, it's like... ugh, such a beautiful... pink toe. How feminine and cute. With her pink nail polish. Ooh la la. So nice. Wow, the way that they peek out of a sandal. So chic. Wow, ooh la la. Looks like Miss Piggy's feet. Fuck you. But then, when I impulsively cut my nails, which I cannot resist the urge to, they look like this. So this is how my feet are looking right now. Not doing too hot. Actually, are you guys able to spread your toes like this? Are you guys able to spread your toes out like super far like this? I can't and I hate it. It cracks me up every time. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I imagine myself touching your feet. Man. I mean, I can't stop you. I can't stop what goes on in each and every single one of your guys' heads. But I can stop you from sending those fucking messages. So, I don't need the play-by-play. My foot looks so stupid. Just my pinky toe, not the big toe. I can spread them all out super, super wide. I feel like a monkey when I do this. What's the point of all this explanation? To get you guys off of like thirsting over my feet. No, I swear, I posted cute foot pics like a couple months ago on Twitter that I will never be able to live down the shame of, but rest assured, usually they're fuck ugly. Usually they're disgusting. You have the cutest feet. It's hard to like... Okay, the problem is like, I do want to rip off this, but then there's Mr. Foot Fetish in my chat being like, I love touching women's feet. Like, I want to respond to that. Okay, thank you for that message. I don't find it to be untrue. I am weirdly personally confident in my feet. If I wasn't, I wouldn't have baited about posting them for a donathon for so long. However, I can't take a compliment. And also, I feel conflicted about taking a compliment about the quality of my feet, question mark. It's crazy how bad you're lying on every single Nina collab without exception. You have said something about how your feet are so cute. Okay, sue me! But the problem is I feel I'm conflicted accepting the compliments, and I'm also conflicted talking about it with a person. Talking about with the person who's role-playing about touching my feet in chat. Oh, that guy? Yeah, that's just like the foot guy. And what's made crazier is that I can't tell still if this is a real blind person who is using speech to text to send messages in my chat about the possibility of my cute feet. They are cute, and you can't have them. Future Batsu making you retweet your Donothon tweet? That would be a Batsu. You know what else would be a Batsu? Making me retweet the cosplay pic. That's another one where it's like sometimes I'm like... I don't know how to say this without sounding like an evil asshole. Sometimes I'm like, holy shit, I'm like so hot. And then, like the other 98% of the time, I'm like, yeah, why did I do that? I'm gonna never live this down. I'm gonna never live this down. And also, I see when you guys post it in various Discord servers. I don't have access to that. There's or various crevasses of the internet, okay? And now I'm not privy to the exact websites or the exact servers with which I'm posted in, but sometimes, completely randomly, I don't interact with any of those replies. I don't interact with that tweet ever. And miraculously, it'll still pop up in my notifications. I wonder why that is. It couldn't be because people are sharing pictures. The cosplay pic destroyed VTuber Twitter for an entire day. I'm shy. I'm shy. Yeah. Like, this is the same as the book comments. It's like... Might be new viewers going through your media tab. No, it's not, because I'm fucking doom scrolling addicted, and so whenever I get even like the one single dopamine hit of a single ping of notification, I'll clear the notification. So I'd see if somebody was going through and liking every single one of my posts, because I'd see their icon in my likes. And that's not what's happening. It's just occasionally I'll see somebody that likes it, and then I go like, oh god, somebody's gonna post it somewhere, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, let's all go like the Ashley Martin cosplay post again. Yeah, it's so buried in my media tab. You know, it would be funny though if they were like, damn, this bitch is so boring. Scrolling through all my images, all my like, check out my new merchandise. Check out this cool opportunity I have to be a guest at a convention. Like, this all sucks. And then finally they get the cosplay pictures and they're like, like eyes pop out of their head. Actually, I've also experienced a glut of porn bots that keep following me. I've been getting a lot of like Courtney with like a curly script name. Wow, maybe this Ashton Martin girl might be worth watching. I can guarantee you there isn't a single person that saw my cosplay pictures and went, I gotta catch these streams. They probably went, nice, saved the pictures, and then never saw me ever again. And then I fell back into the Twitter void. I really should I fully commit to it. Like, I know, right? I know, I'm so big and body, right? Yep, that's all you guys are gonna get. Unlabeled Twitter ads are crazy now. That's been kind of annoying recently too. It'll come up on my timeline and then I go like, I do not want to see this garbage. Because I constantly am telling Twitter like, I'm not interested in this post. I'm not interested in this post. I'll get Olivia Rodrigo posts and it's like, I will never be interested in this post. And sometimes I'll get a post where it's like a concealed ad. First of all, it never works. And then second of all, I notice that the ads are being concealed more because I'm constantly trying to press the little 3 dots to be like, stop showing me this garbage. And then they won't do that for ads. They'll be like, oh, did you dislike this ad? It's like, ad? I didn't even know it was an ad. Somebody's got to get sued. I think it's better you don't commit to it. Well, I think committing to it might be better than like turning into like a hermit crab and sinking into my shell whenever anybody mentions it and being like, It's true, okay. I was blessed with cute petite feet, a bang boom body, and a dumpy butt. You know what? That's not even true. Anyway, no, we can't do this. We can't do this because now I'm like, I'm lying. Okay, we can't talk about this. I think the issue if you commit to it is there's going to be a growing movement for you to post more cosplay stuff. If you're not comfortable with that, then you shouldn't entertain it. Exactly. I'm not comfortable with being IRL unless it's like a vlog and I'm shooting in front of me for like a thing. I'm not comfortable with that. So rest assured that won't happen. Well, I guess technically I've already broken that rule. I'm also not going to become a LewTuber. I'm not comfortable with the idea of being known as being like ultra goony. I think it's fine. I'm fine with being like a Fujo. But I don't want to be like uber goony tits asses armpitties, you know. Even though I mean I have my moments, okay? But it's just one of those things, like you get flanderized kind of easily as a VTuber. And so the moment you give an inch, they take a mile, and it'll just snowball. I'm like Sisyphus, actually. I'm actually like so honorable and work tirelessly and fruitlessly towards my end goal. I'm constantly pushing the boulder up the hill of like, I'm not a LewTuber, but I slipped down a little bit, and then I pushed the boulder back up the hill, and then I slipped down a little. I'm like perfectly in balance. Perfectly in balance. The epitome of mediocrity. Okay, I've been trying to be nice to myself, okay? Everything in my life is just extremes. It's either like, wait a second, I might be awesome, or I have to wipe myself off the face of this planet. That's right, we only yaoi freaks here. Well, I got you take that mid comment back now. I'm sorry. Anyway. What do you mean that constantly belittling myself doesn't make me more... what's the word? Relatable. To the everyman. What do you mean? Don't you think? I think that's kind of like a... I'm almost like an Aesop fable or something. Because there's a bunch of people, particularly in like nerd spaces, that will interact with one another by like putting themselves down and being like, huh, well, yeah, a pathetic loser like me couldn't do something like that. You know, that's just the only way they know how to like socialize and stuff. And then people will be like, you gotta stop doing that. That like kind of annoys people. And then they'll be like, I can't. It's just the only way. This black belt way is the only way that I know how to interact with my fellow human. You know, and they'll bullheadedly not change their ways. But then when they see Ashton Del Martin doing it, they're like, God, this is so fucking annoying. Now you know the error of your ways. What's that sort of thing? Pretty sure that's not an Aesop fable. No, it's not an Aesop fable. It's like reflecting a mirror back, I guess. Man, it's really annoying when Ashton does that. irony. Yeah, maybe like irony in that regard. Hypocrisy. Okay, it's definitely hypocritical on my part because when people do that to me, I'm like, shut up. But then I can't help but do it to myself. You're already looking for parable? Perhaps. It's not self-fulfilling prophecy. Might be parable. It's more just like... Maybe it is parable. Something that comes into your life to teach you the error of your ways. I have come into your nerdy lives to teach you the error of your ways. You must be self-confident, lest you end up as annoying. Wait, I'm doing the thing again. As annoying and stupid as Ashton the Martin. I'm sorry I didn't play Pikmin today. I'm actually getting the urge to play Pikmin. I don't know what's wrong with me. But whenever I'm like, I should play Pikmin too, I only ever get the urge to be like, I really want to be playing Dandori right now. I want to play Pikmin like after 11 p.m. It's a very bad habit to have. Ashton is coming from the NHK. No, don't compare me to that show, please. Okay, that was sobering. Legitimately, I gotta shut up. I'm gonna be like, so what? I'm the most awesome girl to ever walk this earth. I joined chat to preserve, yes. Ashton, to remember my B-Day. It's your birthday! Happy birthday! When are you watching the NHK documentary on Comic It? I've been watching it through random Twitter posts. I'm really tickled by the guy that's into electrical poles. And also... Hated on No Pikmin 2. Wait, it's already midnight. Now I feel like I should though, because... my longtime community member wants to watch Pikmin 2. Oh yeah, the guy with the meat cards. I feel like meat cards is too one of those things where it's like... you think like that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard until you're actually playing it, and then you actually play it and you're like, I kind of do know a lot of meat. I think that's how I feel about soda. Like if I were to, well, okay, with Dr. Pepper I can say with 100% confidence if you put like a variety of different Dr. Peppers from like McDonald's or Wendy's or something in front of me, I'd be able to tell you the origin of every single one. But like for example like Coke or something, like so many people are like, Coke and Pepsi and RC and yada yada all taste the same. But then if you gave them a blind taste test, you bet your ass they're gonna be able to pick them apart. Take care of yourself, Ashton. Well, that's the thing. I think I do take good care of myself. But I may not be nice to myself. The Mormonization of Ashton Martin. Don't even start with me. You don't know how bad I want a dirty Dr. Pepper. 3 minutes ago, you were belittling yourself. That's Ashton Martin. That's Ashton Martin. I'm just keeping it real. It's not belittling if it's telling the truth. I just keep it real, you know? Actually, they're doing Dirty Dr. Pepper at Mickey D's. Didn't you hear the news? Really? Anytime you're gonna belittle yourself, just imagine it's me saying it about you and you'll stop. Yeah, because that'll annoy me. Bonnie absolutely deserves the greatest B-Day ever in a special game. It reminds me from my B-Day. I think you said it at the last possible second on stream and then deleted the VOD. Wouldn't want it any other way. I'm just trying to keep the playing field even for all my pit crew, okay? I love all of you individually and as a collective, but completely equally. Because if there was any other way, then it would be really unfair. Check general now. Dr. Pepper news. But what's in it? It just says it's a dirty Dr. Pepper. When I say dirty Dr. Pepper, I mean like a Dr. Pepper with like the syrups and whatnot. I should do what I should feel like. You're in a hard position, so I understand. Well, as long as you guys are willing to walk with me through it. The roller coaster of Ashton Martin's emotions. See, I feel like when I describe it in that manner, it makes perfect sense. It's a roller coaster. Because that's my special interest. And now that it's finally getting warm, I'm actually been watching a lot of roller coaster videos, and so I really want to watch the roller coaster videos again on stream. It bugs me when they advertise dirty sodas, but they don't clarify what flavor they're adding. I think when they say dirty, honestly, sometimes they specifically mean they're adding coffee creamer to it, which I think most people don't realize. It's not everyone's like first assumption, but that's like one of the main additives to those dirty sodas in Mormon country. I know I'm getting the mood for summer, and I want to go to Cedar Point, and I want to go to Dollywood, and I want to go to Holiday World, and I want to go to Disneyland, and I want to go to Six Flags, and I want to go to Busch Gardens, and I want to go to all the Six Flags, and I want to go to Great America in San Jose before they kill it, because they sold the land for Great America. Oh, here's a fun fact. Rye Playland. What's Rye Playland? I actually don't know that one. Don't be greedy. I haven't even listed every Six Flags. I'm not being greedy just yet. If I was greedy, I'd say I want to go to like Worlds of Fun. Oh, and I want to go to I want to go to that theme park in... See, I don't know what it is with me. And whenever I see people like dying in airplane crashes, I'm like, oh, I'm scared. But then when I see people that have died at that one theme park in Australia, I'm like, I want to go there so bad. Because I have like it's what you guys say, where it's like when a plane crash happens, the regulations tighten. And so it becomes even safer to fly on airplanes in the future. That's how I feel about theme parks. It's like, oh, well, they're not going to kill 7 people again, right? Yes, and Kings Island and Hershey Park. Yes, yes, yes. What is this? Worshipper loves your money. Oh, Ashton. All those people take the bad luck. Exactly. Although, I don't even like the ride that all those people died on, so I probably would still hesitate to go on it. That thought process also calms me down on roller coasters. Another good thing, too, is like, again, the same argument people make for airplanes. But like I said, it's just purely irrational that I'm afraid of airplanes and not roller coasters. When... I know that it's like teenagers that with a summer job that are operating the roller coasters and shit at Six Flags and stuff, or your local theme park, but every single day they're required by law for an engineer to do a walkthrough inspection of every single ride. So rest assured, they're inspected like every single day before those things are turned on. They'll find a way. Boeing will find a way. That's why you gotta ride Airbus. That poor liable engineer. No, it's the same argument as like when planes crash, everybody that works on planes wants to fuck them, so when they crash, it's a wife that dies. Same thing of roller coasters. The only people that work on roller coasters like that are insane people that are obsessed with. You guys don't know the post I'm talking about, where it's like, you shouldn't be afraid of flying on airplanes because they're like the safest transit method. You shouldn't be afraid. Or rather, you shouldn't be afraid of flying on airplanes because everybody that works on airplanes wants to fuck them, and every plane that dies is a wife that dies. Every plane that crashes is a wife that dies. The same is true of roller coasters. Dead 100%. Sorry you had to hear that, little Juju. I mean, it's 100% true. We should have put roller coasters on the tag list. No, I love it. I love listening to you talk. You guys, I can't take compliments. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. I love roller coasters. You know what? I think it is probably time for me to wrap up. Excuse me. But my tummy is grumbling. And I would like to go eat some Ritz crackers. So let us find somebody to raid. Enjoy your dinner, Miss Ashton. Thank you, thank you. I tend to play Pikmin in my dreams. I'm on the precipice of greatness, okay? I'm just about to get to those blue Pikmins. Peace out, Ashton. I'll try to come up with questions for your meet and greeting. Thank you! And yes, don't forget, for all my Canada chillers, I'm going to be a guest at the con called Oshi Uplink this weekend in Toronto, Canada. And it's going to be an amazing fun time. And there's going to be so many VTuber guests and so many cool artists and so many fun people to hang out with. And if you're in the area or if you're traveling, I hope you have lots of fun and travel safe, please. And it is May. It's gonna be May. Are you planning on going to Offkai as an American? Unfortunately, I will definitely be doing stuff at Offkai. Yes. I haven't seen the headpats, but did you feel them? I'm patting you and being real gentle. You're messing up my hair. Ugh. You're greasing up my hair. I have to take a shower today. You should be invalid. Last time she insulted me and made me cry. Well, that's only because you came up to my meet and greet and were like, oh, I don't know what to say. Bye. And used me as Polaroid fodder and then walked away. Where's my hi? Where's my hello? Where's my hug? Excuse you. I love your low voice. My dude voice? Yeah. It gets real croaky down here too. Hugs are allowed. Go for it. Go crazy. The worst that'll happen is a minor electrocution. A minor static electricity incident. Which I'm not worried about. I'm not even there. I'm just a digital girl. That's covered by the liability insurance at the convention, so you'll have to take it up with them. Ashton Martin assumes no liability in this situation. That sounds like Hachima's boy voice. I think all girls kind of sound similar. It's the same when a guy does a girl voice and they go, and they start going like this, you know. Boy-girl voices are always like so stupid sounding. Ugh. I put like a Valley Girl twist on it too. Like, what's good? Well, a skater boy twist. Hello, Carcerothim, but also goodbye, because now I'm going to find somebody to raid. Did you guys enjoy the ambiance of the rain? I did. It kind of kept me focused. Honestly, sometimes, I mean, I definitely have my moments on streams where like I just cannot think straight. And I think it's because I'm understimulated, because I'm literally just sitting here like talking into a void. And so then I'll start like fiddling with something on my desk and it helps me focus a little bit better. Two of them. But having like the rain playing in the background, I think stimulated me a little bit. Should I just got here? Oh, I'm sorry, Chadworthy. I'm sorry. Oh my god. They're multiplying. You shouldn't have fed me after midnight. Getting you a fidget spinner? But see, that's too single movement. I like to be able to like turn it over in my hands and feel the ridges. That's why like when I have a hair clip on my desk, I'll like clip it open. You might hear it like clicking and clacking. And then I'll like flip it over in my hands and like feel the ridges and... Can you actually do this with the background next stream if I went this hard? You guys like this? I feel like maybe the delay is long enough that it won't distract me, actually. Sometimes, though, when I pull up my stream and the latency is, like, super duper low, it's, like, too hypnotizing to watch me go, like... Ooh, ooh. And then I'm gonna do that and, like... Yeah! Oh. How long do I have to do it to make it? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Wow, that made me dizzy. Do you pull it up on Twitch or YouTube? I usually pull it up on Twitch so I can find somebody else to raid. Who is alive? Let us see. Let's see, let's see. So many people playing Metal Gear Solid. So many people. I think I'm gonna raid Senna Praline. It's April 30th. It's May 1st. Get it over with. Wrap it up, wrap it up. Alright, that's the end of today's stream. I'm sorry that I didn't end up playing any games, but it was a nice comfy yap stream, and you know, in a previous version of my model, sorry to break the fourth wall, I was able to stick my tongue out like with my mouth closed. It's haunted me. I don't know why they turned that off in this version. It's so hard. I used to be able to with my mouth closed. I remember the scary version of your model with the normal smile. I'm normal. But that's it for today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or actually, somebody else might be seeing you in the next stream. We'll have to stay tuned. Somebody that you guys haven't seen in quite a while. But that's it for today. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for my schedules and my posts. And I also have a Discord that all the picker hang out in. And I'll see you guys again soon. Hopefully playing a game next time. A retro game, which are my favorites. And I hope you like too. If you do, you should follow and join the picker. Thank you everybody who did. Thank you for the raids today. Thank you everybody who subscribed and became a sponsor. And that's it for tonight. Goodbye.